This is the Riotsquadcast, a supporter-driven show dedicated to LA Galaxy news, information, and opinions. Here's your hosts, Ed Rodriguez and Chris Zero Cool Tucker.
Welcome to the Riotsquadcast. My name is Ed Rodriguez, and we are here live, baby. We are back live on a Tuesday night here in Gardena, California. Thank you for Ben for setting this up. We appreciate it. Ben is here for the first 5 minutes. Say hello to him real quick, Ben.
Hey, how you doing? You know what? I just take the opportunity to thank everybody. You know what? I definitely feel the Galaxy family love. So everybody out there, the Twitterverse that was very positive, I appreciate it. Thank you from me, my wife, my family, from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you very much.
I wish you would have turned the camera on him so he can see the sincerity, but he doesn't.
He means it.
No, I know, but I wish
he
could have turned the little button on there.
Yeah. Physically, he's still a mess. Physically, he's still a nightmare.
I mean,
still supportive. I still love him, but come on.
We gotta get these ratings. We can't have him on camera.
He looks melted slightly.
Melted ice cream.
Now I look puffed up, not melted, man.
Ben and Jerry's.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, there you go. There it is.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Ben.
It's good to be back, man. It's good to be in here. So
It's definitely a positive that we see you here today, and I know a lot of people have been saying that they can't wait to hear your voice again.
Yeah, I got asked about you at the home opener a lot.
Yeah.
I appreciate, like I said, I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all the thoughts and the prayers. It's not easy, but I mean, we're getting through. So, I don't want to start the show on a downer. So
that's why we do it all during the theme. When it's all
it's all ska upbeat,
Hurry up, Ben! You're running out of time.
And that's it. Thank you, everybody, man. I appreciate it. But I am gonna have to go inside. But I will be back.
You do whatever you got to do, man. We're all here. We're all here for you. We're all on team. We're all on Team Ben.
Hashtag.
We're at hashtag Team Miranda. We're all with you, man. So whatever you need, you let us know, and we'll all figure it out together. Because we're a team. We're a family. It's what we do.
I appreciate everybody, man. All right, you guys are live. You guys look great. You look fantastic.
Thank you. You apparently look like melted ice cream.
Yeah, you know what?
But you're my favorite melted ice cream.
Yeah. What kind of ice cream would he be?
He's like a coffee. I mean, I'm going by skin tone. You mean like in general?
Like a salted caramel.
Yeah. We salted. Well, that's a great flavor.
I'm saying like just as.
But like with one of those cookie center core things, like those core ice creams that have like the soft middle. That's me.
Yeah. Oh, like the drumsticks.
Nah, Ben's what's Ben like? Ben's like those. He's like an Ultimate Warrior WWF ice cream.
Or like the ones that look like Ninja Turtles.
So, yeah.
But that look like the face is all fucked up.
You got bubblegum eyes, Benjamin. Yeah. You got bubblegum eyes.
Where the image is not quite right.
But just good enough.
Just good enough.
Just good. If you squint, it kind of looks like that thing that you're supposed to be
George,
buying.
I would appreciate you drawing a Ben. His just said as a Ninja Turtle ice cream.
Yeah. There is a ton of love for you in the live chat right now. So we're all here for you, man. Whatever you need, you let us know, and we'll all figure it out together.
I appreciate it. All right, boys, have a good show. I'll see you in a bit.
Thank you, Ben. Christopher Tucker is here.
Hey,
I love you, buddy. How you doing,
less
sir?
important than the last person who was here. It's fair.
Maybe.
Bye, Benny.
Hit my fuck you, Ed button.
See?
Bye, Benny.
If you would have let me run the board, I would have done it for you.
Yeah, that's true.
He'll be back. We'll be all right.
Yeah. Ben will be back a little later. He's gonna go, spend a little bit of time with the wifey and the kids before they go to bed.
He's gonna go do something more important than this.
Yeah, 100%. 100%
Whatever it is he's doing.
Tucker, what's been going on in your world, sir?
School, man. We took our so at the top of every month we take our what would you call them? Progress photos. Progress pictures. And so we took our progress photos today, and I got to see a little more belly. I'm looking for fat overall to come down, but really the visceral fat around my belly, I'm interested in working that off as much as I can. So we took our progress photos today, and the fat around my core, right where that spare tire would be, is coming down just a little bit flatter than it was last month. So pretty stoked about that. Other than that, it's been a nightmarish week. But that day, that photo
that
opportunity,
moment,
yes,
okay. I mean,
fantastic.
you just gotta keep that moment, dude.
Yeah. It's been a difficult week, but we're making it through. That's all that matters.
Yeah, man, it's been crazy. Just again, school's wrapping up in about a month, so just having to just kind of get through this next 5 weeks. It's kind of the goal. But slowly losing my mind for sure, 100%. And Chris is like chowing down.
You're doing a great job. I'm eating popcorn, so
yeah.
Ed's doing his best to be. Like, when I asked for a snack, he probably should have gave me something that was more like bite disposed of. So popcorn's it's a commitment. You don't just dip in and out on popcorn. You're in.
Yeah, you can't just be like, I'll have one kernel of popcorn.
Oh, and it's like crunch,
yeah,
crunch.
What kind of snacks were you thinking he's gonna get you?
I don't know, man. Like,
he's like, the snacks he brings is like a bowl of like mixed nuts.
Well, and it's like he offered me fucking nacho Doritos. I was like, what? No, why? No, popcorn, nice and healthy. Popcorn's fine. I just won't eat anymore. It'll be all right. I'll drink water.
Come on, be professional.
No.
As I sit in a broken chair, and I'm like, I keep sinking lower and lower.
That's not your fault. You're looking svelte. It is not your fault, sir.
Oh man. So I wanted to give an update. I wanted to say thank you to all the people who came on the patreon.com/Riotsquadcast. I did an AMA, and Ask Me Anything, which went off without any hitches, Chris. And if you believe that
didn't seem likely.
No, it's a lie. It's very much a lie. It was pretty much a disaster until like I actually figured out how to go live. But I want to thank everyone who participated, who joined in. We are 3 people away from our 40 Patreon goal. 40 Patreon
we're
goal.
Moving on up over here.
So if you go to patreon.com/Riotsquadcast, you can go and you can hear the answers to what would I choose, the Galaxy or Disneyland? What would I choose? Or like
should I listen to this or will our friendship be over?
Have you not?
I don't have.
I literally gave you the link.
Dude.
Like,
I don't have time for anything. I don't have time.
There was questions like
I have to watch 34-year-old soccer games.
There was questions like what would be a story that you would not tell your wife about, like an incident in Lars or something like that. So
is she listening to this?
She was like 5 feet away from me.
Sitting next to you.
Yeah.
Did you tell a story?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's involving some incendiary a mascot and some ladies of a certain temperament.
All right.
Yeah.
So it was a different time.
Yeah.
It was a different time.
It was before I was living that married life.
Before you saw the light.
Before, yes, exactly.
Before she illuminated your world.
Exactly. So that's at patreon.com/Riotsquadcast. You guys can go, support us. $5 minimum. You guys can hear all those stories that I told in the podcast. We get extra content. Try to do it every week. It's been
you think
a little.
We'll do one today?
Huh?
You think we'll do one today?
If not,
depends on.
Yeah. We'll try to get something.
Depends on the big guy.
Yeah. But we're 3 people away from our 40 goal. And when we hit that 40, we're gonna give away an authentic community kit. It's sitting right here next to me. Always have it.
Big
Always.
Bam.
Boom.
It's authentic. On the visual for the live chat.
For the live chat, youtube.com/Riotsquadcast.
Speaking of which, go ahead and twiddly dinks that subscribe button.
Go subscribe.
Twiddly dinks that thumbs up. Everybody in the live chat right now, give me a nice little twiddly dinks on that thumbs up.
Get a share, get a like on there. We would love to have you guys do that. Yeah, I mean, so 40 people, were three away.
Oh, 2 beautiful people twiddly dinking that thumbs up.
Nice, love it.
4 beautiful people twiddly dinking that thumbs up.
Speaking of shirts, Christopher Tucker.
Whoa, did you just figure out my whole name?
Christopher.
No.
No middle name?
No. Oh, no. I'm not a middle name guy. I'm not nah.
Or do you have a middle name though?
Yeah, of course. I'm
Michael.
Sir, I'm a Christian. How dare you? No, you're not guessing you're guessing my middle name.
Yes.
This is well, the Galaxy played this week. We're
Christopher Daniel Tucker.
As my middle name. Yeah.
I knew it was something.
You look so happy.
I remember I was like, wasn't it like a wrestler? I remember
like
Christopher Daniels.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a weird wrestler to pull. I like Christopher Daniels, but it's still strange.
But speaking of t-shirts, Christopher, you guys can go on to riotsquadcast.com/gear, and there you will see our brand new Squadcast community T-shirt. I wish Ben was here.
Is it up there already?
He would have flashed. It is up there on our site.
I like that you guys just take care of things, and I'm sure there's a place I can learn about this, but that it just takes place without me needing to do anything. I really appreciate it.
So we're taking a pre-order for the next 2 weeks. You can go on there, riotsquadcast.com/gear.
I genuinely haven't seen this.
You can go there, $25. That's including shipping and all that stuff.
I didn't know our website was still there.
It's including except for tax. I think tax is something we can't include. So $25.
Is it under
Sizes.
gear?
What was that?
Is it under gear?
Yes.
Okay.
Riotsquadcast.com/gear. If you
Oh shit.
The sizes range from small to for our big fellas. For our big fellas, for our very husky boys.
Grande masas.
5X. Up to 5X, baby.
So no excuse is what you're saying.
No excuse not to get it. Because I know I want to give love to our big husky boys out there.
Oh, that looks really nice. That looks really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and drop it into the YouTube chat. I think they'll let me do that.
So if you go there, $25. We're doing a 2-week pre-order, and again, that's including the shipping. So $25. I think it's like $2 extra for like the taxes or something like that. But go on there, support us. We'd love you guys to get the shirt. It's a really nice design, like it's our Squadcast logo.
That's fucking dope.
With the community kit colors. So you go there, you can check it out. Go 2-week pre-order, and then we'll get you guys those shirts after that.
So just 2 weeks, and then
we're gonna do 2 weeks, and then if we get enough orders,
it goes in the vault, Ed.
And it goes in the vault.
We gotta do it like Disney, which we're not allowed to talk
about. I didn't. Well, I guess I did bring it up a little bit, but that was a preview.
But after the 2 weeks, after the pre-order, it goes into the Squadcast.
It goes into the Squadcast vault. It's there until if we get enough people who are like, hey, bring that back. We're like, okay, we'll bring it back
until we remember we can order it again.
Exactly. So there's that. Go to the riotsquadcast.com/gear, or if you just go to riotsquadcast.com, you can click the gear logo.
2-week pre-order.
Right, you can go pre-order, man. 2 weeks. Go and do it. We would love and appreciate if you guys would do that for us.
Should I tweet it out right now?
Sure. Right. Or go ahead. Dude, I'm gonna be going back to the movies for the first time this weekend.
I want to say that's fucked up, but I just came back from the stadium. Like, I feel like I don't go anywhere, so I feel like I just got back from going to the stadium. What are you going to see?
I got one of those, like, come see a screening of a movie. Like,
are you allowed to talk about it?
I don't know. I'm not gonna say the name. Maybe that'll.
What are they gonna do? Are they gonna kill you?
Wait,
when do you go see it?
Saturday, and it's like a DreamWorks movie, I think, or something.
Nobody's gonna give a shit.
It's like a kids movie. It's like a kids movie. I don't even remember the name, honestly. Oh, man. But I'm taking my nephew. Me and my wife are gonna take my nephew to go watch it.
All right.
Yeah, but it's gonna be weird. It's like first time back in the theater, and
Jonas went to a movie, and it seems strange to me. But he had the same logic. He was like, "You went to a soccer game." I'm like, yeah. I'm not telling you not to go. I'm just saying it seems. I personally can't wait to go. There needs to be something of value that I care about enough to sit in a room with a bunch of people I don't know.
Well, there's like 17 Marvel movies coming out this year, so.
Yeah, I got time. I got time. I got plenty of time.
All right, man. Let's get into some soccer chat. How about that? Huh? How about that? Let's get some soccer chat.
That'd be good.
That'd be good. After last week, we came on the air. We were talking about some players that were more likely definitely signing with the Galaxy. It has become official. Siga. Koulibaly. Did I get it right?
Yeah.
Get it right?
It's good enough.
Siga Koulibaly is official as an LA Galaxy member. Galaxy official. This was being reported for a long time that it was rumored that he was going to come to the team. And it is now official that he will be joining. When that happens, who knows? We seem to have an issue with signing players and getting their visas and all that shit together, so we'll see. But it's another defender to hopefully fight for a starting spot. I don't know if he goes directly into that.
After Seattle, he strolls straight on in.
He's got some
Jesus Christ.
He's got some strong evidence to be like, yeah, I can just walk into that lineup.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of the signing, man?
More competition's always good. If there's any place where we need people pushed, it's on the back line. He can't. I mean, how could he be much worse? Greg said as soon as the back line is complete, it'll be one of the best in Major League Soccer. Maybe this is that last piece he was focusing on. Yeah, I'm all for it, man.
I love Greg, but I don't know how the one piece is going to be like. Yeah, now it's going to be the best.
Him and Williams. Williams wasn't great. You're expecting him to get a little bit better as the season progresses and he gets a little more comfortable. But
yeah, we'll get more into like the performances later on.
If this guy ends up being his partner and it looks like Derek Williams is obviously a nailed-on starter, and you don't fly somebody in and make them an international, spend the extra money to bring them in and have them be a bench player. It's a waste of money. You can sign any. I mean, you've got 6 defenders on the first team. You have any number of defenders that can be on the bench. If he comes in to be the partner for Williams and ends up making Williams a better piece, a more complete defender, then great. If not, he could end up being an expensive bench option. You just have to trust the scouting team at this point.
Yeah, I mean it can't be bad to have these guys bring in some competition, right? Like you had Steris, who's been on this team for 6 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like forever.
Fucking bona fide legend. If you look at just the numbers, bona fide legend.
I mean, Depew is up and down. You know, he starts out with the great season, then whatever it is that like last year he just dropped. After the first like third of the season.
Yeah, young guy,
young cat. You have this back line who there's deficiencies obviously, and we'll get more into when we talk about the game. But I like that Greg, he sees the issues. Even in the games, he sees the issues and he tries to rectify them.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully this is one of those rectifying moments.
Yeah, it can't hurt to have a piece.
Yeah,
especially a piece that wasn't playing a ton. It looks good in the highlight. Here's one thing, I'm loving these highlight packages the Galaxy are putting together.
Especially it's difficult for defender highlight packages.
Not even that. It's footage I can't find.
Yeah.
It's not easy. A lot of the people that we brought in over the years, it's things you can find on everyone. We talked about it every week that we've been getting rumored to these French players. I'm actively trying to find footage of them. And it's like, I found one game from 2019.
Yeah.
I found highlights, cut up highlights from a couple games here on YouTube. Every video that the Galaxy have posted, from Grant Sear to Cabral to Derek Williams to Koulibaly to Jonathan Bond, and all of them, it's all footage I can't find. That's good. Like, he looks really good. And the highlight reels, you take a highlight reel for what it is.
Great salt.
But they have access to a lot of footage.
Yeah.
On these guys, and showing you, hey, here's why we got them.
One of the things that I saw from him that I really liked is that his ability to step to an attacker, and get in that ball, get that first, a touch into that ball. So you put that pressure on that forward or that attacker. Like, that's one thing I really saw that I liked from him.
Well, looking to that point, he does seem like more of that defender who's going to step out and press to the forward, press to the attacker coming in.
Yeah.
Where if you watch Williams in the Seattle game, more of the guy to kind of sit back a little bit more, hang back. That might be where he and Koulibaly end up offsetting each other really well, and you get that AJ and Omar dynamic that we haven't really had. You can say you had it with Steris and Romney, but it didn't get to. It didn't get to flush out enough. We didn't have. I think we had 4 games with them playing together.
Yeah, that's how like the AJ and Omar, like one would step up, the other one would clean up,
would cover. Yeah, so you can see Williams holding back a little bit, and at least from the footage we see Koulibaly willing to step to a guy. Maybe that dynamic ends up working out, and that's why Greg is so confident. I don't know, because our defense looks atrocious. We look really, really bad.
Yeah, and it's early in the season, but still it's a little concerning.
No, it should be.
Yeah.
I mean, to this guy, there's certainly opportunities to earn if he's not brought in to be a starter. There's clearly opportunities to be a starter.
Yeah. And the next one, the day after we recording, because that's how it usually works.
That's the way it goes.
Augustine Williams was official. So it wasn't Auggie Williams official. It was now Galaxy official.
Galaxy,
yeah.
Auggie leak.
Yeah.
4.0.
Augustine Williams was officially made a first team Galaxy player last week, and from our good friend Josh over at According to the Galaxy, he wrote that he can confirm that Auggie Williams is not the second signing the Galaxy hinted at the town hall meeting. So still have another person who's
at least one coming.
Another one coming in. So. That's cool. I like Auggie. He didn't play over the weekend, but we'll see if he
wasn't in the lineup at all.
Wasn't in the lineup at all. but we'll see if he gets on the bench against LAFC this weekend. Hopefully, I mean, I think it'd be what a game to get your debut in, right?
It would be nice.
Yeah,
It would be really. It's
And then
a boy could dream.
Boy could dream. I love it. I love the signing. I love the opportunity. He's earned it, and that's what you want to do with these G2 players you've shown that, hey, I deserve a chance.
Look, man. Look, man. It's a real simple thing. It's real easy, real simple, real small. You can't. There's a few things you can't. Look. Let me start here. Ed. You can do whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. But you shouldn't, if you're going to be logically consistent, you shouldn't be upset at losing Alex Mendez and Uli and Kobe Hernandez Foster and Haji Wright and losing all these other kids for free.
Yeah.
For free. You can't be upset when that happens. And then have guys who are playing on the second team who legitimately earned their way to the first team and not advocate them being signed. They don't have to be starters. They don't have to be rock stars. They don't have to be first name on the team sheet. But you want to show kids, and the beauty with Auggie is like even guys who are a little older, guys who don't exactly fall in line with our project. I guess the next big one would be Jesus Vasquez, the center back, the captain of G2. Probably not going to.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure Auggie was like the second oldest person on that team.
That seems right.
Because Vasquez is what, 26, 27?
Yeah, I think it was Vasquez and then Omar Ontiveros, and when Ontiveros got cut, it became Auggie. I do think you're right, but to show the younger guys, hey, even if it takes you a little bit, if you just keep fucking working at it and you get that moment and the work pays off and you break through, there is an avenue for you to get paid. Even if it's in the struggling positions. And you know what? It might not work out for Auggie, but I'll tell you what, if everyone saw Hernandez go down this week, we would have been right back to Zubak as a guaranteed starter 90 minutes every game. It's nice that there be some competition. This doesn't have to be the competition. It shouldn't be the competition. There should be someone above Auggie Williams or above Ethan Zubak in the event Chicharito goes down. But there definitely has to be some competition for Ethan Zubak. And if give Auggie that spot. Let those two kids fight it out. One of them has to win. We can't realistically hold Chicharito at his age, whoever the number 2 is, Augustine Williams and Ethan Zubak, and just let that be it. Like there's going to be a competition between those two kids. Let them fight it out.
Yeah.
I want to see that battle against grown men defenders. We've seen it at G2 level. Ethan smoking G2 defenders, or smoking USL defenders. Auggie smoking USL defenders. At reserve level, whenever that happens, and certainly competing for bench minutes, competing for Javier minutes, for injury minutes, or for substitution minutes, let me see that fight all day. Two guys that will just run and fight. Yeah. I want to see that fight.
Yeah, I mean, it's that's what you want. You want competition for spots.
Two kids the same age.
Yeah.
They're both the same age. They're both, getting ready to age out of what we consider to be promising on the Galaxy anymore. They're both at that cap. Go fight for it. Go show me who can get it. Because Ethan, what you showed me, that told me I needed to move you out to the wing because it's not quite working at center forward. That's what you showed me last year. Auggie, you showed me that you can tear up guys who cap out at second division, maybe upper echelon third division. That's what you showed me last year. So you two go fight for it. One of you, realistically, likely, one of you got to go. So show me which one's got to go. I want to watch it.
I love it.
Wish them both the best.
Wish them both the best.
As a Galaxy fan, you only benefit from that battle. That's the way it works.
Yep. As again, it's just, it breeds competition. It makes people work harder. If you don't work harder, then you're going to lose your spot.
That's it. Last year, if Ethan didn't work hard, he was going to start every game anyway.
Yeah.
That's not a good way to set up your organization. This year, that ain't the case. There's a whole bunch of people competing for both the spots Ethan will play in. That motivates him to do more. That motivates him to try to dig harder in training, to work harder in training. Yeah, Auggie doesn't have to be the signing. Ethan doesn't have to be the signing. But if Ethan's already signed, give me someone that's going to push him.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
Good on the guy.
And Congratulations, Auggie. It's well deserved. Well deserved. Next, a little Galaxy news. We learned that Kevin Cabral's arrival has been delayed due to some paperwork error that happened.
Always us.
Paperwork issue? Yeah, it is. So, because from what we understood with Greg expected him to be here last week so that he would be prepared and, go through his quarantine and possibly be ready for LAFC. It's looking like that's definitely not happening now. Mm-hmm. It's going to be delayed another week, so Kevin Cabral won't be here in time for LAFC because he still has to go through his quarantine and all that stuff. Paperwork is done. That's all settled. Just now he has to come and do his whole, I think it's like 10 days, right?
10 days, yeah. It might be less than that now. But yeah, apparently the issue wasn't, I mean, what are we going to cop and admit that it was us? But apparently the issue was on the embassy side.
The embassies, yeah, from our, again, because we steal his homework. We just copy from his homework, baby.
Easy.
Josh
Control C. Control P.
Spoke that it was between the embassy here and embassy in France that the paperwork got all messed up. So, and you know how government agencies work, man. It's just slow, especially when it takes concerns like you. It seems like it's always the worst, right? Yeah. Like you go to the DMV, anything, it's always the worst.
Oh shit! I gotta make a DMV appointment.
I just got my real ID, by the way.
That's what I gotta do. How long did it take you?
Well, we made an appointment for her mom, my wife's mom, but that kind of snuck in and be like, oh yeah, I'm here for the appointment too.
Yeah, but from the appointment to when you got
like hours.
No, from the appointment to when you received the ID, how long did that take?
Oh, like a week maybe.
Oh, let me make this appointment right now.
Maybe less than that.
Let me get this shit out of the way.
But they extended the real ID for like another 2 years.
What do you mean? Like
you don't have to get it for another 2 years.
Really?
Yeah.
I just need it for my trip. I just need to be fine for my trip. No, my shit's gonna expire. We'll talk about it later. Don't worry about it.
That's what, dude. Mine was expired. I haven't taken a new ID photo since I was 18, and I took one with my community kit, but you can only see like the stripes on the shoulder.
See, mine expires for my birthday, and I'm like, I might just juice between now and my birthday and try to get like heroin chic before I go take my emaciated.
Get them dimples, son. That'll look good on an ID photo. Like Chris looking early Paris Hilton. With like just the driblets of jizz coming down his chin too.
Jesus. Don't shame her. How dare you?
Hey, look.
Wait, how would you know? You're not supposed to watch it. It was not intended for you.
She's got stupid money. I'm sure she's fine.
She's fine. She's doing all right.
She's doing all right. She's got that DJ money now.
I'd let out a fuck for fuck you money. I'd let out a fuck too.
For some Hilton money?
Yeah, absolutely. For Hilton money? Yeah. For Hilton money, I'd fuck in Times Square. Like I would be like, oh, small penis in Times Square. Everybody look at me. Look at my shame. Like in the middle of Times Square, no problem.
It's all good.
I do it in New York. Nobody gives a fuck about New York. No one on earth cares about New York.
Dude, like homeless people are like shitting on the street. Like,
I would do it in New York, and then I would come back to Los Angeles, and it wouldn't even exist.
And no one would
go to a bigger city. Nobody cares. It's fine.
And then some other news story come out like 2 hours later about like some.
Yeah, somebody in look. This is why I could do it. You want to know why I can do it in New York? I can do it in Times Square because I could fuck in the middle of Times Square, and then some junkie would stab somebody over to the right, and everyone in New York would go like, "Oh no!" And then they would all turn their attention over there. And by the time they turned their attention over there, some other fucking New York junkie over here would stab somebody else.
Well, then you'd be finished by then.
Bro, by then I skedaddled and I ran down the block to good music.
2 hops and a skip.
Get out of here, dog.
Yeah, I understand. It's New York, so you got to talk like that.
Is that how they talk in New York?
I guess so. Back in the 1930s, yeah. 2 skips and a skedaddle. Oh my god, that's so stupid. Let's move on. Let's talk to G2, sir. It wasn't a favorable weekend for the Galaxy teams. G2 lose 0-1 to Sacramento this weekend in the season opener at the Dignity Health Sports Park. Your starting 11 for the LA Galaxy 2. As I pull this up, I should have pulled it up a little second ago because I'm vamping.
Would you like it?
You had Preston Judd up top, Kurniak on the left, Picasso on the right, Aguirre. Someone I forgot who it was. They said, "Oh, Javier Hernandez is on," but it's Jorge Hernandez.
You wish.
In the midfield. Davila on the right side. Then you had Drac, Vasquez, Lopez in the goalkeeper. For Kranis starting in center back with Vasquez and Lamb as your starting right back. The one thing I found the most interesting about this lineup is no Mauricio Cuevas at all, not even on the bench.
You know what I enjoyed about it? I gotta tell you this, man. I liked seeing the lineup come out because I didn't see it as soon as it dropped. But as soon as the lineup came out, I got so many fucking notifications from all these people that were like, "Hey, where is Mauricio Cuevas?" People know.
Yeah.
People know to pay attention and are aware of who, the gem in their second team is there. And if he's not there, wanting to know what happened. That's the only reason we have advocated for Galaxy 2 to the level that we have. Just be knowledgeable about your team.
Yeah.
You don't have to like every player that's down there. You don't have to think that we play great soccer because sometimes they're not going to. They're growing, they're learning.
Especially the early games when you bring in like 15 new players every year.
But just be aware. Just be knowledgeable and aware. It was great seeing people, a little concerned, but certainly curious as to where Mauricio Cuevas was. I thought overall the team performed very well. Owen Lamb, who we just picked up, did pretty well at right back. Josh Drack did pretty well at left back. But yeah, it's notable. Where is the golden boy?
I thought it was an interesting game because you definitely had a team who looked like they all were just playing together for the first time or playing relatively, the fourth game together, which is the truth.
Yeah, and some of those guys played in preseason. A couple of them played in preseason together, but it definitely looked like a more cobbled together. It looked like we had been split for preseason. There were some guys who trained with the first team but got to actually play in some of the matches, and some guys who appear to have shown up in the last couple of days. It'll take a little bit of time. They were all over Kai Koreniuk. I think they were aware he was kind of one of the elder statesmen and one of the bigger players on the team. They were all over him. I was really impressed by Preston Judd and Josh Drack, the two draft picks that we picked up this year. Very clear how they earned their spot where most draft picks end up getting dropped. Most draft picks don't get signed.
Yeah, and especially getting signed and then getting straight into the lineup and impressing.
And impressing, yeah. They're at their level.
Yeah.
Preseason didn't exactly go amazing for both of them. I thought it was fine for Josh Drack. Probably wanted a little more from Preston, but Auggie moving to the first team, it leaves a perfect opening for Preston Judd. It works out really well.
There's no predecessor to that forward position.
That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was pretty much it. There's another kid. There's another kid who was on the bench. I'm forgetting his name. Who was on the bench? That's a forward. Felix Barajas, who could play, but is a younger guy. Wasn't really ready to step into that role. So it works out really well for Preston. Daniel Aguirre, who was in the preseason, played a lot of the preseason games.
Yeah.
Impressed in preseason. I wasn't blown away in this match, but it's his first game in the organization. He's signed to a contract. It's early. It's early, and all the guys are young. And
it's definitely a different position than he played in preseason.
And we played him everywhere in the preseason.
Yeah, but I remember him playing a lot on the left side, like the left wing.
Mm-hmm.
And in this, is obviously on the left side, but still
a little more central.
Yeah.
So, but I'm, it's early, man. It's early, and it'll get figured out. It'll take a little bit of time. I like seeing Marcus Verguenza. I thought he was a lot more vocal this year, or at least, no, I shouldn't say this year, but a lot more vocal in this match than he was last year. And I wondered if that's a directive from Greg. Like, now that we're sending you down as a member of the first team, where Jesus Vasquez was usually that vocal member on the back line, like, I need you to start developing this. So not necessarily to sacrifice anything from the second team, but using this place to say, hey, this is where I need you to start working on this. Because when we get here, I need more from you than I had been getting. So let's tighten that up. Let's work on that while we're down on the second team.
And again, I was pretty impressed. The Sacramento didn't score their goal until like the 82nd minute or something like that. So it's a little disappointing to give it up that late. But it's a team in Sacramento where, again, they have aspirations of coming into MLS, which, who knows if that's going to happen or not.
Aspirations,
yeah. So if that's going to still happen, but it's a team of professionals who are looking to make that next jump as a professional, and they're men among playing against kids who are like, the average age of the Galaxy team is like 20 years old, 21 years old. Like, it's crazy.
But also, when you're giving up goals late, a lot of that is just team continuity, team energy, like chemistry. Give them time to figure it out. That's it. This is getting tired and not exactly knowing who's covering for you, not exactly knowing where the man on your back is, not exactly knowing where the forward is. Like, it's first game of the season.
Yeah.
It's a 1-0 loss against a air quotes proper USL team in the first game of the season.
And
no big deal.
And a team that's constantly one of the best teams in the league.
We're all learning.
Yeah.
It's. I'll tell you. You want a quick summary? Quick one sentence summary. Great to see him back.
Yeah.
Fucking great to see the kids back.
Hey, come on. The goal scorer on Sacramento's name. You know his name?
Mm-mm.
His name was Tucker Bone.
Tucker Bone, man. It's my fucking.
That's a straight up comic book
it's my
character
fuck name, bro. That's what I go by.
Tucker Bone.
Tucker Bone.
I love it.
We can't name the episode Tucker Bone because then at some point he's gonna be like, oh, "What?
Why can't we name it Tucker Bone?"
I don't know, man. I guess we can. It's just I was a little concerned.
He'll listen to it and be like, "Hey, these guys are good.
These guys are all right.
Cool. All right.
Cool seeing
They give me a shout out.
Vom Steeg down there, Vom Steeg and Lopez, rather than sitting on the bench for another year.
Well, I mean, we know those guys are going to be. They were not going to go anywhere near the first team.
It's
great
with
Klinsmann and Bond. So
it's great that they're not just doing nothing.
Yeah.
It's a step back, but it's a step back to move forward.
Are you concerned at all for like a Vom Steeg? Like we've known for a little bit that
he should be the one.
Their guy is like Lopez is like the future guy.
Mm-hmm. If one would be concerned, it should be him. Like our starting keeper is young. His backup is young. The blue chip prospect is very young. How many spots are there realistically?
Yeah.
How many third string keepers eventually take over the starting job when there is a hotshot prospect beneath them? It just doesn't. Hey, I'm glad I'm not his agent and I don't have to make that call. That's somebody else's decision. I support whatever he wants. I'm glad he's in the organization. He's a good kid. Yeah. All for him. But you might want to consider looking elsewhere at some point.
Yeah. So here, give you some stats from the game. G2 had 10 shots, 4 on goal, 19 fouls committed, 2 yellow cards. Sacramento had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow cards on the night. And I remember, I think it was our good friend Ramses who mentioned it. That game was pretty hot, pretty chippy, and I gotta remind him that's kind of like this is like our rivalry match. This is the NorCal SoCal rivalry match.
Okay.
So and they're always pretty heated matches.
Yeah, definitely. I need you to vamp for a second.
Okay, cool. Chris is doing something. But yeah, so. Good to see, and then there's players who came on the field, like Isaac Bawas came on the field. Victor Valdez got some minutes. Sebastian Nava got some minutes. Adrian Gonzalez got some minutes. So a lot of these guys getting their first minutes with the G2 as well. So it's pretty interesting, man. I'm sorry, I said as well. No, he didn't get it.
Hey, really quick, if you're in the live chat, don't go anywhere. Just give me a second. But if you're in the live chat right now and there's a chance that you're like, oh, I'll hang out for like 10 minutes and I'll leave. Don't do that. If you're in the live chat right now, hang out for a bit. I'm going to get that down. You continue.
Okay. I don't know what that is about, but okay, cool. So it's good to see G2 out there again. I love watching those games. Next game will be, well, if you're listening to this on Wednesday, it'll be tonight, but Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. versus Las Vegas Lights. G2 have played the Las Vegas Lights 7 times, Chris. How many times have they lost those games?
I would say 6 or 7.
They've lost no games against Las Vegas. They've won 4 games and drawn 3
Phoenix.
games.
I think Phoenix is
beaten us pretty much every
single time.
But we've never lost to Las Vegas. We are 4 wins, 3 draws. This will be Las Vegas' first game of the season, and Steve Cherundolo's first match as a head coach for Las Vegas. So that's pretty interesting.
That's right,
Cherundolo. And LAFC's
secondary
team.
How many people you think either didn't get that?
Reference?
Well, a couple things. Know who Steve Cherundolo is. Didn't get that reference at all. Or doesn't know who we're talking about because of the way we pronounce his name. You think there's a big, solid chunk? There's
like a good percent. It's like 1 to 5% that will know what we're talking about. But yeah, because Las Vegas is now like the affiliate team for LAFC, but they're like based out of LA and they travel to Las Vegas for home games or some shit like that.
Bro, they're MK Dons. They're MK Vegas.
Weird.
LV Dons. That's what I'm calling them.
LV Dons.
LV Dons is what I'm calling them
Nice.
from now
I like
on.
that. So that's game this Wednesday. So if you're listening to this on, after the fact on Wednesday night, the game will be at 7:30 p.m. on ESPN Plus. So go check them out. What else are you doing on Wednesday night? Probably not a lot.
I can vamp for you for a second.
Probably.
Can you open up your Discord?
Yeah, you're good.
Thank you. I sent Ed a message on Discord. We're trying to figure something out that just happened kind of last second. So I'm trying to figure out a way to I want to say maximize.
Right.
Nah, don't worry about it. Trust me, don't worry about it. But I'm trying to figure out how to maximize on a situation. What do you think, Ed?
We'll think about. Let me think about it.
Do you need a minute?
Yeah.
I need. You know what I need? I need Ben. Ben's my sagely.
Yeah. He can think about it because he doesn't really do anything on the show after pressing the record button.
Let me text that dude real quick.
Text him real quick.
All right, I'm gonna mute.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. You guys, you if you were listening right now in the live chat, you're gonna definitely 100% want to stay on the show until the end. Stay till the end. You're gonna want to stay on. I'll tease that out there a little bit. Sorry, I'm gonna take a drink of water.
I might have an idea. Oh my god, this is all falling apart, Edward.
We're distracted
It's all
now.
falling apart. Yeah.
We're doing this live, baby. This is going out live.
All right, whatever's the next subject, just go to the next topic.
All right, let's talk about it.
Sure about that.
Oh, that's
Fuck
my
is
watch
that?
talking to me.
Jesus Christ.
My Siri's talking to me.
We apologize.
No,
everyone.
shut up, Siri.
I guess we're back. I guess everything's back to normal now.
Galaxy of Seattle. Let's talk about it.
Ugh.
3-0 loss. Goals from Rui Diaz and Brad Smith. Kind of a coming back to reality a little bit for the Galaxy.
We're in the same. It's. I guess yes. I saw some people freaking out as if it was, the Hindenburg crashing.
Well, here's the thing: is I think a lot of people, and I'm not gonna say a lot of Galaxy fans because I think Galaxy fans understood where we are as a team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping you don't think we were gonna go to MLS Cup after the first 2 games, but you had like a lot of MLS talking heads who were like, "Galaxy are back. This is it." But really, we played a Miami team that didn't get a preseason in.
Well, we're first in ESPN's power rankings.
Yeah. We played a New York team that is another team in rebuilding mode. So, and we also gave up those 4 goals in those first 2 games. So it's not like we were defensively shaky to begin with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not.
We just had a red hot Chicharito to start out the year.
We were really good against moderately talented teams, and took advantage of great situations. We did what championship teams do. That doesn't mean that you're the best. That doesn't mean you're the best. You're the best team in the league. It doesn't mean you're going to be able to win every game. It just means you're able to take advantage of situations when they come up.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. Seattle is a Major League Soccer. They are a complete package. They are currently built to win championships today. We are.
Yeah, you're talking about the Seattle team that's been in like the MLS Cup for like 4 of the last 5 years.
We are in the process of cobbling together the pieces of a couple administrations to put a team on the field that salvages respect first and foremost. To be realistic, and Seattle just showed us that difference. That's what we had.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was obviously we were defensively shaky. Vanny, decided to change it up a little bit, play, do a little experimenting. For better, for worse. I mean, it's a team that in Seattle where they're gonna punish you for your mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And even Vanny was like, I messed up and I understood what what didn't work and I'm never gonna do that again. So, which I love to hear from our coach. Because we never got that from GBS. Like that was never the case. Like it was always like, oh, the players didn't listen to me, the players didn't run hard enough, they didn't, whatever. Vanny is taking the blame and then not taking credit for things like Chicharito being hot and stuff like that. So I kind of
which is good. He's doing what a leader should do.
Yeah,
that's what you want. You hear about people like Jose Mourinho. And I'm a fan of Jose
Mourinho.
He is the special one. Look, I'll stop there. But you hear one of the criticisms about him is that he throws his players under the bus.
Yeah.
He sticks up for a couple guys for a while, and then he always targets one guy, and then he just seems to publicly dig in on that dude.
It's either he throws his players on the bus or he some referee was against him
there's always something.
Yeah.
But I like a coach who says, "Hey, it's on me. I fucked up. I got his that 4-1-2-3. I don't know what he was thinking. I really don't. With Araujo on the wing, I get it. We were doing the, he's extra defensive cover with Fisher, who also had a bad game. That's the problem. O'Neal Fisher, there's a reason you got him for nothing. There's a reason you got him for a song. Julian Araujo is still young and can have an off game.
Mm-hmm.
When you have both of them and they're both bad, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
And that's the issue when you have not only one person has a bad game, but multiple people have bad games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so all you could do is drop a guy already having a bad game into right back and try to make it work. Like it's not, I genuinely don't think it's anything forget about where we are in the season. And where we are in the season should calm every person down, should logically bring every person down.
Yeah.
Just where we're at in the season. But regardless of that, wherever we were in the year, a couple guys have a bad game. It is what it is.
And it's going to happen again.
And you're incomplete.
Yeah. Yeah.
Derek Williams, who is the big defensive acquisition for the back line, goes 45 minutes, comes out. And it sounds like there was a pre-agreement, but also he might have pulled up a little bit.
Well, he's still dealing with that knee injury.
Yeah.
So he was waiting for him to come back.
It's turf.
And we kind of called maybe shouldn't play him on turf as a guy who's coming back from a knee injury.
Yeah.
But
not great.
Yeah.
A debut in a new league when you've completely missed preseason, you're coming back injured. Not the end of the world. Even Julian, we talked about how it wasn't the greatest performance. I saw people going in on him. Again, everyone say this with me. Everyone going in on him in the third game of the season, his second game of the season. Like, oh God, we should have sold you. Everyone. He missed preseason. And he missed the first game through suspension.
Yeah.
He's played 2 games. He played one at right back, and he played the other at right wing. In a 4-1-2-3, where Efrain Alvarez was the center midfielder playing next to him.
Yeah. But here's the thing.
I'm not excusing him. I'm saying relax.
I'm not going to give you the he missed preseason thing because he's been back with the team for at least a month. The Olympic they lost over a month ago.
Okay.
So he's been with the team at least a couple weeks.
How many preseason games did he play?
Oh, fucking none. Well, again, he missed the preseason, but that's not an excuse that he hasn't been back with the team for at least a month. So it's not like he's fresh back from some game and he's only been with the team for a couple days.
Yeah, but you look at motherfucker. But you look at
professional, bro.
It sounds great, right? But I look at Grant Sear, who was here for preseason.
Oh, he looks bad.
But who was here for preseason and has been here for 3 games and has been poor. And even with him, I go, hey, coming from a different league, everyone, please, one person speaks the language the guy speaks. One person speaks the language the guy speaks, and he wasn't on the field. Cut him some slack.
It's a thing. Again, we told it's a new league. Sometimes these international players, it takes them a little bit to get accustomed to MLS.
Julian played the last preseason game. That was it. Played 1 preseason game, was sat for the first MLS game, and played 1 game at right back and played the next game at right wing. I have all the preseason games on my laptop. So
but that doesn't excuse the bad giveaways, the bad passes, the bad crosses.
That's early in the year. Guys are going to make mistakes early in the year. Especially a guy who didn't have a bunch of competitive games. He had his Olympics, but you can't say competitive games with these guys.
But you can't say he's out of form. He's been playing. He played more games than probably any of the other guys played.
I would definitely say he's out of form.
Well, he's out of form, but it's not because he hasn't, not lack of minutes. He played with the Olympic squad.
Well, he's playing with. My argument is he's playing with a different personnel of players, that he didn't get competitive minutes playing with in preparation leading up to the season, and in the multiple games he has had, he's played in 2 different positions in 2 different formations with a different personnel.
But that excuses the bad giveaways, the bad passes.
For me, it would excuse his bad positioning. So, like the third goal, for example, he's completely caught just lost. The Brad Smith goal, second goal, is played down our left side, but it crosses to his right side where Fisher is lost and Julian's lost. It's not to say that, look, missed passes are they're not great by any stretch of the imagination, especially from your defenders. They're not great by any stretch of the imagination. I would just wonder if the amount of churning that he's had and turnover that he's had positionally and personnel wise, in inconsistency of play since he's gotten back from the Olympics might have something to do with it. But whether it does or doesn't, being 3 games into the season and 180 minutes into his season, everyone should calm down.
But you still, you can't discredit people for calling out the terrible play.
If you want to overreact to something about Julian Araujo, this would be the thing to overreact about.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, it is crazy that
as
people
long
are like,
as you understand you're overreacting.
It is crazy. People are like 180, like, no, the dude is terrible and needs to go. Like that's crazy.
All I'm saying is
that's crazy.
If you want to wildly overreact about something, Julian Araujo's 180 minutes into the season is definitely the thing to go for.
They just found out that my chair has slowly been sinking since we started the show. It is broken. We knew that before. And now, like, I'm trying to sit up as straight as possible.
Is Ed standing?
So, fuck you. I hate you all.
But that's it, man. I don't think anyone should be all that. I'm not concerned about Grand Sear yet.
It's the same people who are like, Chicharito didn't score in this game. He's back to his old form.
I can't tell you how.
Really?
Ed, the level of anxiety in my chest, reading people say, like, Cheech is going to get a hat trick. Cheech is going to hit a brace. And I was like, no, the fuck he is not. Please don't get angry about it. Like, everyone calm down. If he doesn't, he's not going to score 2 goals every game.
See, I knew I should have stood up and not sit in this chair. I knew it. Fucking knew it.
You're not standing?
No, I'm not. Oh. You asshole.
It's a little tall for you. But I was genuinely concerned. And I'm still concerned. I'm worried that his hot start is we saw it last week, people saying, like, is 12-5 not a reasonable expectation anymore? And it's like, no, 12 goals is a reasonable expectation for the season for Javier Hernandez. If he hits 12 goals in the first 6 games, my expectation for the year was still 12-6. I'm glad he hit it, and anything above that is gravy on top. But for my expectation, it's still 12-6. Based on how we're built, it's still 12-6. Because if it's not him, or 12-5, if it's not him, it doesn't. I mean, we can see the evidence we have. It doesn't seem to come from anywhere else. We don't have any other options.
I mean, isn't that the thing we said last year and this year was like, if he doesn't get service, there's no way that he's going to get anywhere near a goal.
We're just screwed, yeah.
And you had terrible service in this game. Did he have a shot on goal? Did he have a shot?
I think he had 1 shot.
And I think he had maybe 15, 16 touches or something like that. Like, he's a guy who relies heavily on service. And you had Julian Araujo, who's terrible at giving crosses in the box.
He had one good cross. That Efrain long ball. Efrain had a great first 45. I can understand why we needed to take him out, but he has a through ball, left-footed through ball. I think in the I think it's in like the 7th or 8th minute. It's pretty early. 7th or 8th minute to Julian, who gets a cross into Hernandez. But yeah, save for that.
Definitely looked like he slimmed down.
Efrain?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Everybody's got to calm down. That kid looks like he's dropped 10, 15 pounds.
Yeah.
Him and Chicharito, man, they're on a healthy kick. I'm all for it, man.
They're on the no dairy diet.
Hashtag Alvarez train. I'm sure that'll enrage people.
That's never.
We can't do that one.
That's not even gonna leave the station, baby.
Efra.
That's broken down. It ain't
Stop it right there.
That's stopping.
That's stopping, man. Young kid.
No, I mean, even so, I really enjoyed that Greg was like, all right, that first half's not working. We're gonna take out 3 people at the 45 minutes and put in some guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then, it looked like the Galaxy were like, okay, it looks like we were building some momentum. That first 20 minutes looked really good. And even in defeat, I don't think the Galaxy played terribly. I think it was a pretty poor defensive work. The defense was not connected with the midfield. Way too much space, but I mean, you're down 2-0. You're going to, be pushing and giving up space. So that's not uncommon.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so much stretching you can do. After that first goal, it was. I mean, look, it's really not even worth spending all that much time on. Like after that first goal, the game was over. It looked like we were set up to try to snatch a goal early, and then knuckle it down a little bit. Once Efrain came off, who again I thought played really well, he was
decent.
He was victim to a formation shift. We needed a more central midfielder. And although Efrain tends to drift central, but he likes to play way more elevated up, you're asking a lot of him defensively.
And you see, one thing I saw that was troubling is you saw him get the ball and no one really around him to give a pass to or to make a move.
Which is what you want. There was the lack of movement was frustrating because you would get him in these positions. Him and Jonathan, they have this moment. It's got to be around the 30th minute or so, but they have this moment where they're just passing the ball between them, and they're passing it. And they're trying to play a triangle around one defender. No one outside of Efrain and Jonathan is moving on the play at all. They're all just stand still, watching them try to get out of this jam. What do you want him to do? Like Efrain had limited minutes, and in the minutes he had, he was very active. Was trying to find that ball that you bring him on for to try to unlock that back line and break through the lines. There really just wasn't enough movement. And my concern with him playing him center mid is like you're asking a lot defensively. You're asking a lot of him, and it's not really his game. And you kept having to have Julian Araujo drift into the middle to help him defensively. And so now you're in a position where you're playing Julian at right wing, and he's got to play damn near center midfield to cover for. We need Sebastian back. We need to, if ever that kid's agent wants to put in a phone call to try to get a raise, fucking now's the time.
Get that money, baby.
Get that bag.
Get that money.
Get you that geo check.
Here's some quotes I wanted to read. This is from John Rojas, and if you guys aren't following John Rojas on Twitter, you're messing up. It's at J Rojas A75. Go follow that guy. That guy is amazing. And this is translated from Spanish, so if it's a little broken, thanks Google Translate on that. I learned a lot from this group today, and things that I will not do again. There are things that remain of how we did not do enough to unbalance the rival. Williams suffered a blow, and so the change made, or whatever. The other two understood to change the drawing and not to be very defensive. So I mean, it's good to see Greg is like, recognize the issue, and I'm gonna try to fix it, and actually use substitutions to try to fix it.
Yes, thank you. Good job. Yeah, it is what it is. It's a bump in the road. It's part of the learning process, as they say, and we move forward. I told you, man, I was dead honest, speaking the truth back then. I'm down to lose if that's what it takes to figure some things out. Better this game than next week. Don't be pulling any experimental bullshit.
No.
This week, you play your best 11. You play what you got, and that is what it is, man. We soldier on. We move forward, dust it off, and on to the next one.
Yeah, and again, Seattle is a legit contender for an MLS Cup, and we're on a rebuilding team.
Absolutely.
So it's not the worst result. Yes, it's a shutout, and we didn't get many shots on goal, but hey. This is going to happen in a rebuild year, a legit rebuilding year. Yeah,
they figured us out really quickly.
Yeah,
they figured out the plan really, really quickly. And
we didn't help in being like terribly defensively and connecting the midfield from the defense and leaving so many gaps.
We're working on something that we didn't get to try in a competitive environment. I'm sure we've scrimmaged against G2, or we've broken the teams up, or we've even broken our teams up into two teams and played this 4-1-2-3.
Yeah.
But in a competitive environment, we didn't have an opportunity that we were able to see. We didn't get to see a formation that's similar to that play, whilst we're still acquiring the pieces to set up in the way we want. Maybe this is something we're toying with. That we're going to see if you can play Jonathan in those two center midfield spots, and you're bringing in that defensive midfielder. Maybe that's where a Demota is going to play as an actual defensive midfielder. You push Jonathan up a little bit higher, play Leggett on one side, Jonathan on the other, Cabral on one side, Grant Sierra on the other, Chicharito up top. Maybe that formation works. I feel like I just gave myself a mid-chubby there a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I felt it move. I could see that being what you're working on and what you're trying to progress to. It just wasn't something we had the personnel for. And you know what? I think Greg will tell you he knew he didn't quite have the personnel for that move.
Yeah, I mean, he's gone on record saying, like, hey,
so it's okay.
On to the next. We got pieces that we're adding in.
On to the next.
Yeah, we're good.
I tell you this, I saw a different formation, which is not something I got to see from GVS or from any person who coached Zlatan. So I'm cool with that. I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, I think you should experiment these first couple weeks, to see,
figure it out.
What's the best for your guys that you have.
And let's be honest everyone. Let's be honest with ourselves. He could have played a 4-2-3-1. He could have played a 4-4-2. Could have played a 5-3-2. Could have played whatever he wanted. We were probably losing that game. So we got to try something out, and we got to see. You want a positive from this game? It's against Seattle, who is a built, well put together club, ready to compete, as you say. The game is 2-0, really.
Yeah.
Save for the last kick of the ball. Save for the last kick, which makes it 3-0. It's a 2-0 game. I thought we were going to, outside of our prediction game, I would have expected we were going to lose by more than 2-0. So I'll take that if the 3-0 is on the last kick of the game.
Well, I was going to ask you, like, if there was a man of the match, it's got to go to Bond, right?
My God, I get so wet for him. He's amazing.
He had one little Bingham, like, trying to catch the ball, and it, like, slipped and, almost went in the goal, but...
He still went out.
Yeah.
Still went out.
But other than that, I mean...
I want to give him a good defense so bad. He deserves so much better. He deserves so much better.
Yeah. I don't know if Ben's prediction of I think he said 11 clean sheets or something like that.
If you believe in Greg,
or he said 10 clean sheets.
I think he doubled up on 10. Yeah. If you believe in Greg, it's possible. I just don't see it yet. I mean, that was part of the problem attacking wise. Seattle figured out how to completely neutralize Jorge Villafaña, who's been our most important player in every game this year. So they took him out of the game. He's had the most touches in the first two games. They took him out of the game. Who had the most touches in this game? Jonathan, who has had an atrocious season. Seattle forced the ball through Jonathan, and we were nothing. They took Jorge out of the game completely, someone they're obviously very familiar with his time in Portland, and were able to completely capitalize on us. So I mean, it's gonna be tough to have strong games or clean sheets or things like that if an opponent can figure you out that quickly and just shut you down.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to Big Tony's email. Thank you, Big Tony. We appreciate it. He got it 3 minutes before we started recording, so I appreciate that. Prognostication. Sunday and Saturday saw Vanny starting in a 4-3-3 lineup that hadn't shown much promise in the first game, where he abandoned it at halftime. Similarly, being down 2 at the half, Vanny changed formations and went back to a traditional 4-4-2 lineup that worked so well in the second game. While the G's looked much more cohesive and dangerous in a 4-4-2, they were unable to score any points as they got pounded 3-0. Ben, Chris, and Ed all brought home some points this week as they were expecting a G's loss. Both Chris and Ed expecting goals, but Ed thought it would be close at 1-2, while Chris had less trust in his defense and predicted a 3-1 loss. Ben didn't expect much from our offense, correctly predicting that they would get a shutout. However, he only thought they would allow 2 goals, so everyone gets at least 1 point, but Ben grabs an extra for correct shutout predictions. So no real changes in the standings. Chris leads with 6, Ed is second with 3, and Ben finally puts some points on the board with 2. Ed will pick first, then Chris. Ben is last if he is there tonight.
He'll be here in a few minutes.
He'll be in a few, yeah. Listener predictions. We had 79 participants this week.
Oh,
that's awesome. And the
that's
majority,
everyone from last week.
And the majority thought the G's would be able to salvage some points on the road, with 33 predicting a draw and 32 predicting a loss. Only 14 listeners correctly predicted a loss. Wait, what?
Read it again.
With 33 predicting a draw and 32 predicting a loss, only 14 listeners correctly predicted a loss. So I'm assuming the 32 predicted a win. Anyways.
Tony's been drinking.
Sadly, they were correct, but I'm sure every one of them would be happy to have gotten no points if the G's would have brought some home. Of the 14 listeners who correctly predicted a loss, only Ryan Adair was able to nail the correct scoreline with the G's being shut out. That means he gets a full 4 points the first time this year anyone has gotten a maximum points out of the week. Victor L. has the only other listener who predicted no goals for the G's, so 2 points for him. The other 12 each grab 1 point. So if you remember last week, we had a 3-way tie for first with 7 points. Well, that is no longer true. Ryan, with his 4-point game, jumps into first place with his perfect game, as is the former leaders each had a goose egg this week. Additionally, 2 gambling listeners, Colin and Carlitos, each predicted a Galaxy own goal, one by Stairs and one by Jonathan Dos Santos. So each of them received a negative point, making Carlitos the first player in Riotsquadcast listener prediction history to have a negative point total of a -1. He says, congratulations. Full standings are available at riotsquadcast.com. This week's game link will be emailed and tweeted out Wednesday morning. So prepare, make sure you're on that. I know Big Tony has been putting it out there already, so pay attention.
He's getting it out there early.
We'll retweet it. We'll do all that stuff. So go and check out the Twitters and all that stuff. You can follow Big Tony at BigTony_42.
I was looking it up right now. Yeah, BigTony_42.
Okay, cool. I remember that off the top of my dome, son.
Good job.
Yeah, so I want to update us on the MLS Fantasy. Chris, you're killing it, man.
Oh, I should have known. I didn't have mine pulled up at all.
I got you.
Oh, thank you.
I'll give you the top 5. Number 1, we have Vocal Fry. Number 2 is MBFC. And sitting number 3, Chicha's Angels, Mr. Chris Tucker.
Let's go, baby.
Sitting number 3. Number 4, we have LV426 FC. And then sitting at number 5 is Rufus United.
Well done, sir. I'm 30th of 887 for the Galaxy fans. So
Nice.
the people who've signed up as
You're
Galaxy
killing it,
fans.
dude. You're killing it, man.
405th of 13,317.
You're absolutely killing it. Going down, and there I am at number 29. And then I got to go to the next page to get to where is Benjamin at. I'm keep going. He's at number 46.
I think I played Jamie Bacon this week in our head-to-head. I'm in a head-to-head league too. I think I'm in what is it? I think it's Nag News's head-to-head.
Yeah. We had to help Ben today because he had some interesting players in his fantasy team.
Ben went full Mr. Magoo on selecting his fantasy team, but he's catching up. He's getting there. Everybody send Ben some help. Ben's loading up.
I think he's good now. We peeped him on some stuff.
He's loading up on Cincinnati players.
Yeah,
he's loading
Nashville
up on
players.
Minnesota
Like,
players.
bro,
It's like have you watched?
he's
this
had like
fucking
some
league
Vancouver
before?
players on there too. It's like you're literally picking all the teams that have not won a game.
You know what? In the live chat, you guys can help me out on fantasy. I'm faced with a conundrum. Historically, I don't pick rival players. So I mean, I avoid your San Jose's. I try to avoid DC United, but I avoid your San Jose's. In general, I try to avoid DC United. I completely avoid LAFC.
I'll never have an LSU player.
Somehow, I'm 3 weeks in to this head-to-head competition, and I'm not naming no names. I'm not throwing anybody under the bus, but you guys would recognize some of them. Every week, I play someone with LAFC players. Every week, including someone who captained him.
Ooh.
Captained Carlos Vela. Captained him. In the week he got pulled in a couple minutes by Bob Bradley.
Well, he deserves
That's what
it
you
then.
get. That's what you get.
That's what you get.
That's what you get.
That's what you get.
But am I wrong for my stance on rival players in fantasy football?
Bro, I don't go to establishments that like have LAFC like posters up.
It seems fair, right?
I'm not gonna patronize any place that like supports them. That's how the level of petty, right? Like, I used to love Danny Trejo as an actor. I loved his shitty movies. I'm never gonna go to his donut shop. I'm never gonna go try his tacos. I'm never gonna do it.
You've heard me speak about my deep, long-standing love for Magic Johnson. When was the last time you heard me say something positive about him?
Oh, I've heard some deeply negative shit towards this, but we're not going to talk about that on air.
Look, what do you do?
Because we're not. I'm saying I'm not. Yeah,
it's face right over
that's
there.
up here. You see that? You see that QR code? You scan that. Go to our Patreon page.
He used to be my homie, man. That's all,
Oh yeah,
that's all I gotta
Farmer
say.
John dogs. I'm done.
I don't know anything about that.
That's fine. But that was like my hot dog of choice. Like if I would eat a hot dog, it'd be Farmer John. Done.
No, I gotta follow.
Done.
I got a follow-up question. By the way, we have 20 twiddly ding thumbs up on the YouTube.
Oh, please continue sharing, continue like.
We have 42 people watching, so I assume some people
Subscribe.
just have it like on a television, so they can't go hit it real quick.
Keep.
For everyone who listening to us while you make sweet tender love
to your ears.
Oh, I was talking about them.
Oh, we're getting all up in your ears.
Well, I was talking about them romanticizing their their lover.
You continue what you're doing. Be tender.
When I hear lover, I assume they're not in a relationship.
No, loving is a relationship thing.
Not loving, a lover. Like that's your lover.
I feel like that's more of a like. I feel like that's more like relationship shit. Like that's a term of like.
That's because you're fucking soft. That's because you're emotional,
baby. I'm like a marshmallow, baby.
But I hear lover.
They call me the marshmallow man.
I hear lover and I'm like, oh, they fucking.
Or it's like a 50-year-old like swinger.
Well, they're fucking everybody. Ooh. That's not a relationship.
Hello,
again.
Lover. Do you never watch Saturday Night Live?
Like of the fucking 50 years it's been on television, however long.
No, like back. So this is again another person. I refuse to watch anything of it. But it was like what's his name? The LAFC fuckhut. Like they used to be a Galaxy guy.
Did you say fuck hut?
The fuckhead.
Who used to be a Galaxy fan?
Yeah. Comedy guy. I can't remember his name anymore. That's how much I blocked him out of my head.
I don't even know
Will
who you're
Ferrell.
talking about. Oh yeah.
Him and another cast member. They were like, yeah, see, Hot Tub Lovers. That's the one who's like, hello, lover. That was the whole thing.
Fuck that guy.
So that's what I assume is like.
He's not
50, 60-year-old swingers who are like trying to get someone to like come back to their room.
Oh, this is still lovers?
Yeah.
I was like, why is he at SNL?
That's what I was trying to get across.
Hello, lover. I'm gonna start calling Erica that. When I see her, I'll be like, hello, lover.
See, Fredo's got it right. Lover is a relationship. Lady friend is not a relationship.
Who the fuck says lady friend?
Oh, that's my lady friend.
Bro, that is the last time you were ever having sex with that woman if you call her your lady.
Well, you're not calling her to her face because then she'll be like mad. You say that to you're like some dude, you're like, oh yeah, that's my lady friend.
Like you say to your boys, that's my lady friend?
Nah, to your boys you're saying something different.
Oh my God.
You're like, I'm gonna go fucking smash. I'm gonna smash this broad real quick.
Yeah, never mind. I'll talk to you later. Well, I use phrases to Erica that like my brother and I would come up with when we were kids, and so she's just like, "What? Rearranging guts?
Let me twiddle the dinks all over your chest, girl."
She's like, "Fucking smash them guts, smash them guts."
I'm about to rearrange your organs.
I miss my brother so much. Let's fucking smash them goddamn guts. That's bro, my brother.
You guys need to be watching these facial expressions. Go to youtube.com/Riotsquadcast.
We're gonna take a detour really quick. my brother's the funniest fucking dude. He just he does impressions of people that he met in the military. So, but he'll throw it in the middle of a conversation or a middle of a like whatever you guys are talking about. So you're just like. You're having a conversation. It's like, say you're talking about getting cut off on the freeway. And he's like, man, so I'm driving a fucking freeway and I'm in a carpool lane and this slow car is in front of me. So like I drive to get around the person and like I turn and the guy, you know, like how you cut somebody off and they're looking at you. So like I turn to the left and this person's looking at me and I just look at this dude and I'm like, why the fuck are you looking at me like that, bitch? And I'm like, Brandon, that's not a voice. That's not a voice that's like, humans make.
What demon is coming out of you right now?
No, what does that person look like if you're just like, hey, you cut me off right now, boy, what's wrong with you? Like he just slips into it and then pops right back up.
He goes to like old black bayou man.
It's like, yeah, man, you just fucking with me right now. My work right over here.
Mad down on the bayou.
You just gonna try to come over here and tell me some shit. You don't know me, motherfucker. I'll fucking bust your goddamn head.
Yeah, that's Bayou Dan right there.
But my brother is not from the bayou.
I know.
He is from Culver City. That's not an accent that or like there's this guy named John Mott. Oh, I gotta have my brother on here. That's what. Let me text this dude right now. Let me text this fucking guy. You
gotta have him leave a voicemail with that voice.
He's awake. If he's awake, I'm having a call right now. I'm having a call when Ben gets in here.
Oh my goodness. What were we talking about? Fantasy League?
Yeah, man. Sign Chicharito.
Yeah, it might be a good week.
Oh, Matt. Yeah, I've known Matt and Andrew Alisana since I was like 11 years old. So they know my brother very well. Like I actually know Matt through my brother. And he was like, that's his drill instructor voice. No, his drill instructor voice is like, I can't even do it right now because it's so yelly. It'll fuck up people's things. But he's like, and he's just like, it just escalates and escalates and escalates and escalates. I can't.
I prefer the old Black Man Bayou one.
Oh, this motherfucker is awake and not busy. Hang on. Hold on. You talk for a second.
I feel like it's my got bang on down about the Bayou. We're talking about them my scrimp boat.
We got 40 people in here.
We're just going on fucking shrimp boat rants.
I think I'm gonna have. Hold on.
No, we're gonna hold on.
Well, I think I'm gonna figure out. I think I'm gonna figure out how to do that other thing.
Okay.
By having my brother pick a number.
How are you gonna?
Like I'll tell everyone in the live chat. Be like, who
guess the number?
Who's in need? No, who's in need? And then I'll have that many names and numbers, and then I can figure out the number from there. It'll be easy.
Okay.
It'll be easy.
Okay.
But I'll post it in the live. I'm gonna try. Let me talk to this guy. Anyway, sorry. What's the next topic?
Don, some random dude. Where is Andrew? I know. Where is Andrew?
He hasn't been in the live chat for a while.
You don't love us no more.
And he hasn't been on the show. It's just like Gilbert. We lose all.
I saw Gilbert over the weekend.
I haven't seen Gilbert in forever.
Took his money in poker.
Well,
gang.
At least it was a game. It wasn't like
I just straight up fucking shivved him. Like, give me your lunch money. Because I assume Gilbert only has he has pocket change. Gilbert.
It is Gilbert. He's good. Gilbert's a good guy. Andrew is asleep. Oh, that's good. He's a good boy. We should move on to the next soccer thing while I try to figure this out.
Well, the next thing is, what's the next thing, baby?
What is? Oh,
we're talking about it. Rivalry week, baby. Rivalry. No, you're not going to join in the chat.
Yeah, I'm trying to talk him into this.
That's cool. It is.
I don't think he gets it.
No, it's fine. It is fuck Labas week as it is being donned on the Twitters and on the social medias.
Oh, here he comes.
Hey. He's back.
The man, the myth.
You're just right in time. We're just about to get to the LAFC chat.
Oh, nice.
The Derby.
You missed all our
Derby.
You missed our Bayou Man talk though. Can you give us your best Bayou?
I can't do a Bayou.
Come on, you can try. I want to hear you try.
I have too many teeth to do a Bayou. I can't do it. Have you ever been to the Bayou?
Fuck no.
Tuck, you?
Probably not.
Yeah, man.
Come on.
It's not a pretty place.
Just try it. Talk about shrimp boats and
I can't do a Bayou.
About about voodoo child.
Hey man, you don't mess with voodoo. Those people are serious, man. True real life zombies down there. I'm telling you. Bayou people are just weird.
Benjamin, what bath salts are you on right now?
The good kinds.
All right, cool.
The best.
So this week is rivalry week. We play LAFC at home, May 8th, this Saturday.
Hold on, wait. What brought on the Bayou talk?
His brother's voices he would make.
Some, yeah.
You gotta listen to the podcast.
All right, I'll go back and
listen. This Saturday, May 8th, 5 p.m. Kickoff is at 5:05 on the Big Boy Fox. We on the national TV, baby. And then Fox Deportes, you get your ESPN ratings, all that stuff. You can go find it. This is one of the games that's gonna be plenty of places you can go find. Let's go back to Big Tony's email. We'll go on the second half of this email. Looking forward, this Saturday at 5 p.m., the G's host the absolutely worst team ever conceived, Chivas USA 2.0. Let me start off saying, fuck Chivas. I know I don't curse often in my emails, but I feel it is warranted. I feel like you curse every email, but I feel it's warranted with that team. Right now, Chivas USA sits 1 point behind the G's, having won their home opener and then drawn their last two. Their defense is likely better than ours, as they have only allowed 2 goals compared to our 7 allowed. But Chivas USA hasn't been lighting up on the scoreboard, only scoring a total of 4 goals. Their lack of scoring might be due to Vela not being able to play for the last 2 games, having sat out with injury. Undoubtedly, this game is the league showcase this week, and I'm willing to bet both clubs have been told that their Mexican superstars aren't allowed to sit out due to injury, because MLS wouldn't do that. So expect both Vela and Chicha to duke it out this Saturday. Also, this Saturday, the G's get back one of their big-name players in Sebastian Lletget, who was out the last 2 games due to suspension. So will the return of Lletget help to get Chicha back on the scoring sheets, or are we looking at another frustrating weekend? Gentlemen, let's talk about it. like Big Tony said, G's are in 5th place with 6 points. The Levas are 6th with 5 points. G's coming off a pretty tough loss with Seattle, and the Levas are coming off a pretty poor draw versus Houston. What do you expect Vanny to change, if at anything? Obviously, Legit coming back in the lineup is definitely gonna give the team a boost in both attack and defense.
Oh yeah, we might have to keep that 4-1-2-3 though. Really liking the mixing it up, keeping it.
You don't think we're gonna go back
to hot?
Go back to what seemed like work?
Probably gonna play it safe.
Yeah,
probably gonna play it safe.
I would think so.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thanks for Ben. I love that you came back to contribute with that. Good stuff.
Yeah.
You still distracted, Chris?
What rabbit hole are you in?
Okay.
Nothing. I'm trying to figure something out. It's okay. It's all good.
Yeah, Ed, I think we're gonna play it safe.
Okay.
It's only, I mean,
playing safe. Do you mean we were going to be coming out more defensively, or?
I take it you guys talked about the Seattle, and did you guys get to Vanny's comments afterwards saying that, yeah, he realized that the formation was a bit of a mistake and that he learned something that he probably wasn't going to play that again?
Yeah, we moved past Seattle.
So he's a smart guy, And so
we explained. Vanny is a coach that saw what he was not working, and tried to rectify it with bringing in substitutions. That would and you saw in the second half of Seattle, team looked a lot better, especially in the first 20 minutes. So I expect this team to come out a lot better. Damn, that click clacking is so loud. It's so loud. Yeah, I think it's gonna be. It's tough coming off that Seattle loss. It was a pretty bad showing from our defense. I think Greg is gonna really hound these guys on these mistakes cannot happen, especially in this game. I think Greg knows what it is about rivalry. I mean, he even played on Chivas UC for a little bit, so he understands the rivalry a little bit.
But he also, he's been talking about this whole thing since he got back about he and the coaching staff. He coached there. He coached over there. Yeah, but he's been talking. Remember that? He's been talking since he got back that he knows what it means to wear the crest.
Yeah,
and he wants to instill in these guys.
And if you're
sense of pride,
you're blind if and especially he's been in the league. He wasn't blind to the LAFC, LA Galaxy stuff. So I mean, he knows what it is and what even in the short time the rivalry has been the best thing that's happened in this league in the last couple of years.
Absolutely. So you can guarantee that he knows what it means, and he's gonna have these guys pumped.
Yeah, I mean,
and he's gonna have a game plan. He knows that this is one of the first games that is going to get so much national attention. It's going to be the game of the week.
I wish we didn't have so many question marks going into it. And I know it's early in the week, but you have guys like Vasquez who came out injured, or precaution because he felt tightness in his groin or something in his leg. You had Chicha who got stepped on by Seattle's big ass 6'4" center back. And then Derek Williams with his knee. I mean, there's a lot of question marks going into this game.
Yeah.
So I wish that wasn't really the case. But I still think, having Legit back in there, it's that air of familiarity, right? Like, this guy's going to perform. And he's going to give it, especially against Chivas USA 2.0. It's I love it. I mean, I can't wait. It's always nerve-wracking and exciting at the same time. Like, I want it to come. And then when the game, I'm just all nerves, man. It's all nerves leading up to the games, and even after, even during the games, it's just like,
bro, you already know what I'm gonna tell you. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
I refuse to live in a universe where I accept the fact that it's possible that they could beat us. You just maintain the same level, and you'll be okay. You'll be fine. Everything's gonna be good. Look. I don't know if you know this. You have Javier Chicharito Hernandez, all right? A guy whose name belongs in the upper echelons with an Edson Buttle in one specific year, and a Carlos Ruiz in very select games in one specific year. As long as you what are you looking for, really? What are you looking for out of this?
I'm sorry, but you've said his name a couple times in the show, and you still haven't done it.
There
you go. Thank you so much.
Well, he didn't score, so you gotta earn it.
Well, he was there
after. He was,
so I mean,
he was
you gotta
there.
always talk about him because he's there.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess. I want to keep the same energy.
Yeah,
it was a difficult matchup. Seattle was a difficult matchup. LAFC is a difficult matchup.
They have question marks. I mean, Vela's still looking like he might be out for this game. We'll see.
That team does not look good.
They don't look like they did in the past.
They look better. We'll be honest. They look better than we do right now, but they don't look good. They don't look good by any stretch.
They look more beatable now than they have in the past couple of years. And those were years where they were actually very good teams, and the Galaxy going to the games were like, well, I don't know if every game was like, I don't know if we're going to win this game. And, more often than not, it was a positive result, whether it was a win or points. But
they don't look as good because this is the first year they're on a level playing field as far as they don't have that expansion, bonus GAM that they've had for the last couple of years.
It dries up for everyone.
Yeah.
It always does. And then it's how do you manage from there? All I know is Carlos Vela super wasn't hurt, and then he got subbed out early, and he hasn't played a minute since then. I mean, have they said that he's fine and he's going to play?
Well, I mean, according to Ben in the MLS Fantasy, he's still considered out.
So is Leggett. But Leggett was out from this past week.
Yeah.
I looked at the MLS injury report, and the last update I can see from Major League Soccer was, I think, March 27th.
But what's interesting is that the injury, wasn't an injury. He came out, he said he was fine. Why'd you sub me out?
I don't know.
And now there's rumors that there might be talks about he won't even be with the team come the summer because he's getting, there's teams coming for him.
Yeah, supposedly there's big Spanish clubs coming in for him.
So I don't know if this is
well, he can play, and they're broke, so it's a great time for him to take off. Go fuck off wherever he wants.
Hey, like you said, you know what? This is where the rubber meets the road, man. When you're at a level playing field with everybody else, I mean, this is MLS parity. Can they maintain what they quote unquote have done for their mediocre first couple years?
That's I think, but this game always is one of those games where it's so damn unpredictable. Even the years where we were terrible, right? We still were able to pull out points. I can't. We've already discussed this. Leave it. They've already gone at me so hard in the chat already.
It is what it is. They asked if he was standing up.
They went so hard in the chat, kind of killed a little bit of my soul inside a little bit. They went hard on me, dude.
I'll give you a hug after the show.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Right. Yeah. So it's always so unpredictable to even call these games, because even those years where we were absolute dog shit, we seem to always show up against LAFC. So I hope that's the same, heart and mentality that comes out of this team going into this game, is that it's one of those games that you cannot make those mistakes. You cannot, give those easy balls away like we've done in the past couple games. It's hard to think that we're not going to give up goals, because this team is just still pretty poor defensively. I mean, I think only one team has given up more goals than us, and it's Cincinnati, and they've been absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
So it's safe to say there's going to be goals scored in this game. I'm usually never confident, because it's always, it's the nerves of not wanting to lose to those people, right?
Yeah. You never want to lose to those fuckers. It's like it's losing to your little brother. As the big brother, you never want to lose, whether it's a game of horse, whether it's a foot race, whatever it is, you never want to lose to your little brother, and that's exactly what they are. They are the little brother.
Mm-hmm.
They are the ones that need to come in and make a name for themselves. They're not the ones with the 5 stars above their crest. They still have to prove a lot to a lot of people.
I hate everyone. Everyone in the chat.
They're being mean to Ed.
They're being mean to me again. Ben, make them stop. I'll ban you from the chat.
That's my fault, man, because I just...
You brought it up? Yeah, you dickhead. It was gone.
Yeah, everybody was over it.
It was already over. Oh, my goodness. What do you expect from Vandy to change it up, then? Do you expect it to go back to what we saw in the first 2 games? Or we have Leggett back, so is it more going to be what we saw in the game against Miami, or are we going to see a little more experimentation? I don't think he's going to experiment in this game at all. I think he's going to play it pretty safe.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised to see a straight 4-4-2 from the beginning, and just defensive and try and counter them.
Because I think you have the added Augustine Williams on the bench, so it's like if you decide to play Zubac and Chicha up front, you have that guy who you can bring in and still give you like what you can get with Zubac. Are they still?
No, you're fine. Nobody's made fun. You're okay. Stop being paranoid.
I had to go back and look up some of the stuff.
Because I'm looking at my notes, so I'm not looking. I can't see the notes and the live chat. I'm gonna go cry on my pillow. Apparently, the guys who are gonna be printing our shirts are saying I'm gonna go cry in my normal sized pillow.
Have you ever heard about pillow babies?
What's a pillow baby?
Have you ever heard about this? I don't know if that's the technical term. I don't know what I'm supposed to call them. But I don't know. They were like.
Is it the like
little people? Yeah.
Oh no.
I think they don't.
I thought it was like the Japanese anime pillow ones.
I might be thinking of a different thing. Like, but mine was like, or it's not mine. I have no ownership of this thing.
Oh, I don't know. Fucking Freudian slip over here, man.
Of what that I
you own a baby pillow, or pillow baby.
I don't. Well, I'm not buying anybody. Trading, catching. I was going Pokemon.
I was gonna say luring him.
Lure. Oh no. Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't even remember why I brought it up. But
I got some vegan candy.
Jesus. What?
What were we gonna say? Pillow babies.
I don't know, man.
What is a pillow baby? No, you brought it up.
Well, now I don't know, and I'm again. I like that. I t-balled you up to say something way worse than anything I said. So
all I know is like there was like a Japanese like body pillow with like an anime character on it or something.
Oh, I might be tripping. I googled it and it's like nothing.
Oh, you're gonna be on an FBI list somewhere now.
No, it's pillows for children.
Okay.
I recently had one. It's
you got to go on the dark web for that then.
No, I don't type anything. I don't even know how anybody gets on the dark web.
I don't know either. How is that even?
I'm not
possible?
sure it's real, but I think I got everybody's name who is down for the ticket.
I barely know about the incognito tab, so it's like I don't know how to get into the dark web.
Okay. Let me text this dude.
God damn it. I hate everyone. I'm going to get off the YouTube chat. Do you think we see...
What do you expect, Ed?
Nothing. I love it, man. I wouldn't expect anything less from my friends.
No. I mean from the game. From the game, Ed.
Oh. Pain. No, I don't know. I think we're going to get... I think it's going to be Rocky.
What do you think he starts at? What kind of formation do you think he rolls out?
I think he sticks with the whatever the 4-2-3-1 that we've been playing, but that's gonna depend on if we have Vasquez available. So if we don't have Vasquez available, I think we go to the 4-4-2.
Did you just do that in your chair just to fuck with Ed?
No, Ed's out here trying to act like he don't know how the incognito tab works. That's all right. It's cool. That's cool.
I said I barely know how the incognito tab works.
I know just enough.
Just enough, baby. So I have no idea. That's what my excuse for not knowing how to get on the dark web.
That works.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it depends on how Vasquez is. Again, if Vasquez is there, I think we go with the 4-2-3-1. If he's not available, I think we go with the 4-4-2. Because I mean, Vasquez is literally the only player who can play like that center attack and mid role. So
he can play everywhere.
Yeah.
No, not at all. Leggett will be back from suspension. Efrain can play there. Sasha can play.
You're gonna play Efrain starting against LAFC?
No, I would play Leggett. I would consider playing Leggett up there, but I think Leggett has to play next to Jonathan. I think if this spell has shown us anything at all, he might even start Pavone next to Jonathan to add a little extra steel. You need something. It was the problem in letting Perry go. Like we lost an element of defense in letting some of these guys go and not directly replacing them. The hope is that Pavone is enough to replace him, but if it doesn't work out that way, then what do you do? Every time we're in, Greg says that it's not a 4-4-2, but every time we're in a 4-4-2, we're seeing success. We're seeing benefits from it. So
maybe Greg's just a guy who's like, I don't care about like formations or whatever we call it. Like I'm just gonna try to put guys in the positions
to win,
to make them, and to be successful.
But you know what, man? The game works on formations. Like the game works on plans.
Yeah.
Formations have benefits and deficiencies that you can plan against. You can't just throw, unless you're Frank Rijkaard's Barcelona, you can't just throw players on the field.
9 midfielders and just we're good.
That was Pep's, but yeah, you can't. You can't just throw guys on the field and say, "Hey, go have fun." You're drastically better than any person you're going to come up against, say for 4 weeks a year. So go have fun, go do whatever you want. that shit's a little harder, man. It could be another difficult week, but I guess this is one of these moments where it could, when you're saying, hey, everybody calm down, don't get too far ahead of yourself, or hey, everybody relax, don't get too pressured, don't worry about it too much. This is one of those games where we're getting to those milestones. This is the game before 5 games into the season. This is going to be one of those early mile markers. You could argue we've had pretty equatable seasons. Neither of us have been great. Both of us have had very clear deficiencies. Both of us aren't great at scoring, and we both have defensive lapses. So it's on paper you would say, look, the quick easy eyeball test tells you LAFC's probably got it. But that's what they told you in the first game.
That's what they told you in
the Zlatan debut.
Every single game.
Every single match.
Yeah.
If you look at the power rankings, we don't stand a fucking chance. Every single time. I don't know that we'll win, but it's I don't think it's as open and shut.
Yeah, it's not as dramatic and the gap isn't as wide as people are making it out to be. As MLS talking heads are usually to make it out to be.
Far more concerned about the Seattle game. Not even close.
Yeah.
Far more concerned. Overall I'm feeling okay.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think Greg changes defensively to kind of, shore it up back there? Obviously we'll probably
put
see
Julian at fucking right back.
More than likely we're going to see Julian at right back.
Yeah.
But that center back pairing, do we go back to Depew and Steres? I mean, it's as of right now, those are the two guys who know each other better, know how they work. What do you think?
Depew has a great history against Carlos Vela. Loves to crunch and tackle against him. Could work out well. I don't know though, man. Backline defense is the problem. Defense is forever the problem. Midfield is the problem. Goal scoring is the problem. There's still a lot of problems all over the field. Probably Depew, like that last second long body stretched out tackle.
Yeah,
exactly what we need for a team like LAFC who loves to.
Especially if Derek Williams is still
battling back.
Yeah.
Koulibaly's not ready. Potentially, Grant Sear could be a huge game for Grant Sear. Grant Sear gets a goal where he turns the whole thing around. Chicharito gets a goal. Chicharito gets a goal, a game-winning goal against LAFC, man. And I think all parties in the greater Galaxy Twitter sphere, all parties are settled and happy. Chicharito gets a game-winning goal. Everybody is finally on the same page. We're all settled and happy. Could be a huge game. Huge game.
I think this is definitely a game we see, or we need to see Grancer make a difference.
He needs to be effective.
Especially again, it's so many question marks. Again, if there's no Vasquez, we're going to need our wingers to step up to provide. I mean, that's what Vasquez has been the linchpin. I mean, I had my doubts about Vasquez coming in, but he has honestly been one of the biggest surprises to me this season. Him and Bond have been easily some of the biggest surprises.
Vasquez has been tremendous.
And so it's a big question mark if he's going to be playing. Hopefully we get better news as the week goes on. But if he's not available or he's not ready to go, Grancer and Leggett are going to be absolutely
huge.
They're going to need to be huge in this game.
Grancer, Leggett, Julian, Bond.
I think you're missing. I would throw Zubac or Williams in there. Whoever plays up with Chicharito, I think is going to be just as important as those two guys in trying to facilitate. Like you talked about all of last year, Tuck. Chicharito plays better with two forwards.
Could you start Auggie? I'm not saying start him.
Man.
I'm not saying start him. Ed, I'm not saying start him. Ed, look at me. My hands are up. I'm asking for peace. I'm not saying start him. But as far as giving a coaching staff something they're not expecting or something they haven't seen yet,
No.
Agree to disagree. I say yes.
But like out of nowhere.
No.
I'm not saying you do. And look, Greg's clearly not against the 45-minute sub.
But what does that do to what does that do to Zubac's confidence?
They've seen Zubak. If you're a half decent coach, you pull him aside and say, look, this is the reason he's starting up here. He's not starting up here because he's outplaying.
But how many goals has Chicha scored without Zubak on the field?
Without him?
Yeah.
Maybe 0.
Yeah. Zubak is the key, baby.
I don't
Zubak is your key to your Chicha success.
I don't disagree. It's my only thought line. And again, I'm not hands up. I'm not saying start him. What I'm saying is we don't have a ton of options.
No, we
really. If you're trying to show them something they haven't seen before, if you're trying to give them a different element, and remember, Zubak has a goal against LAFC
in the preseason game.
I believe has a game-winning goal against LAFC.
He scored against LAFC last year.
Oh, she did he really?
Yeah, he has the game-winning.
He scored in one of the 7 Clásicos last year.
Believe me, yeah, I'm all for Lord Zubak. I'm all for it. What I'm saying
is that the one that Zubak scored in?
Yeah, I'm
start the kid.
Start the king.
Start Lord Zubak.
I'm not saying Auggie has earned starting over Zubak, or it's just
no. I get what you're saying.
Given the limited options to say, let's fucking Hail Mary this thing up, and if it doesn't work, I make 3 substitutions at the 45th minute anyway. If it doesn't work, if it works, and fuck it, I'm gonna get shit for it anyway, so let's go crazy. If it works and Auggie scores a hat trick in the first 45 minutes, why not? Auggie score it will be the phrase attributed to me anyway. It'll be the quote attributed to me anyway. But let's say you start Auggie up there and Vasquez gets a goal, Chicharito gets a goal, whomever. Now at the 45th minute, you can sub Auggie Williams off for a Pavone and play Chicharito up top by himself. Uh-huh. So, but you could for Pavone. Am I saying the wrong guy? The defensive midfielder? What's his name?
Pavone?
What's his name? Who am I thinking of?
Harvey?
Carlos Harvey. Thank you. It's not helping me that you sit quietly. That doesn't...
You're talking. What do you want me to talk over you?
Well, you're like Pavone, and clearly that's not who I'm talking about. So it's like, well, then whom are you speaking about?
I'm trying to just clarify because you said...
Okay.
Were you thinking Carlos Pavone because we had the poster out?
No, I was thinking to Carlos Harvey. Yes, probably. We got a Carlos Pavone.
We had a poster from 2009, 2008?
Yeah, I think 2007. 2007. Yeah, 2007. Carlos Ruiz comes back in 2008.
Okay.
Replaces Pavone.
Because we opened a poster this 2017 and it's just like Carlos Pavone, Kevin Harms?
Kevin Harms, Mike Randolph, Kyle Martino, Abel Xavier, Joe Cannon, a who's who of who. But you could say it works, and one of the guys gets a goal. This 45th minute slew of changes, you take Auggie off, bring on Carlos Harvey, bring on Carlos Harvey, bring on Sasha Kleshin, bring on Saldana, bring on someone to shut it down, if it works.
My question is, you just had a game where you experimented with your lineup, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
Would you not go back to safe and something you know?
If it's safe and it's something we know, we're starting Ethan.
That's what I'm saying. As Greg Vanney,
but we're starting Ethan over Grandsir.
Oh, that's an issue. But again, I was explaining to Ben, it's going to depend on how Vasquez is doing. If he plays in this game, if he starts in this game, because if he doesn't start, then you're going to go to that 4-4-2, and that's when you can have Ethan up top with Chicha.
Yeah.
So again, I think it's going to all depend on the health of.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Zubak start at all. If only further explaining the timing of the Williams signing announcement. He has to be officially signed for him to be on the bench. If you're starting Zubak and Chicharito up top, you need another forward.
But that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. I think
makes sense.
I think if what it feels like Greg is going to go a little more practical.
But if you go with what you know,
because he's not going to experiment 2 games in a row. One against Seattle, and you got spanked, and then the second time you're not going to experiment with guys like Augustine Williams coming into the starting lineup.
Wouldn't starting Zubak be an experiment?
I don't think so.
He's been your super sub all season.
Yeah, but he's been your guy. He's been your guy to come off the bench at least to provide you with something that's going to happen.
So if you start him, it would be an experiment.
Would it?
Yeah, you've used him for his legs and his running.
But Augustine Williams starting is less of an experiment.
I didn't argue one being less of an experiment than the other. I'm saying if in the event one would start Augustine Williams, which I'm again not saying you should, the reasoning behind it would be throwing something at them they haven't seen. They've seen Ethan Zubak play on the Galaxy. If you told me Ethan was starting, I could tell you exactly where he was starting. I could tell you exactly where he's starting. If he's starting. I know where Augustine Williams is starting. I've just never seen him and Chicharito play together. I've never seen Augustine Williams and Grant Sear. I haven't seen that grouping. I'm not advocating that they do it.
It goes back to my point of Greg is going to be less of an experimental coach this game. So with bringing in Augustine as your starter, that's way out of left field. And he's going to be more practical than he is going to be, let's try something.
Do you get this?
So with Zubak being there, because he's a guy who's been there, he's played every single game up until this point.
He's super important.
If you're going to play your 4-4-2, I think you're going to start...
Arguably MVP of the season so far.
Ooh.
We don't have to talk. No one has to talk about it. It's okay. I got no problem with that. But arguably, look, you obviously go to the guy who scored 5 goals in 2 games. But does he, as the point you made, does the $16 million man score 5 goals if not for Lord Zubak? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Arguably MVP.
I just feel like if you're going to do a little bit of experimenting and do that 4-4-2, you're not going to put Augustine as your starter.
Oh, I completely agree.
I think Zubak's going to be your guy. Augustine will come in, 60th minute, 70th minute for either one of them.
Can I tell you what I'd love?
Hey, Tucker.
Can I tell you what I'd love? Can I tell you what I'd absolutely love?
Tucker, what would you love?
4-2-3-1 with Augustine Williams up top.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, hold on. Listen.
Come on.
You start a 4-2-3-1 with Augustine Williams up top, and in the 45th minute, you sub in Chicharito and Cameron Dunbar and let them play 4-4-2 up top and let Dunny just run. Not in this game. You do this against Nashville. Do this in some shit that don't matter. But I would love to see Javier's intelligence and mobility and Dunbar's fucking raw, aggressive, Dima Kovalenko's anger filtered into speed. If that subbed on in a game at the same time. I would love to see that. Again, not this game.
Yeah.
Not the game to experiment. Not the game to go crazy.
See that happen, but yeah.
Not the game to go crazy.
Yeah.
But
Ben, what were we gonna ask?
Well, how fast is Auggie Williams?
Not fast enough.
That's not one of his attributes.
That's not what the reason you put Zubak on is because Zubak is that hard runner. Auggie is I don't know. I want to say Auggie is the more physical of the two.
I would say
this preseason and this regular season, Ethan's been bodying fools. This is a very, very different Ethan Zubak.
Well, I think you're seeing under Greg Vanney that he's getting the best out of his players that you wrote off last year.
Yeah.
And you see Zubak and you see this is what his attributes are. Greg's like, all right, cool. I'm going to find you a place on the field that's best going to suit you.
Yeah.
You can't score goals, so I'm not really going to put you up top. But I'm going to make you do your running, put some pressure on the defenders, because Chicha's not going to do that running to put pressure on that back line. You're going to be the one who's going to do that.
Yeah, and he is.
And he's doing it. That's the one thing we said about him.
No, I mean even Chicharito.
It's a thing, huh?
Even with Chicharito.
Yeah.
But I'm
saying that's what Zubak did. That's what Zubak did last year. And that's what that's a great attribute he has, is that he's going to do all the running. He's going to do all the running, so your forward who doesn't really do all that much running doesn't have to be forced to do that running.
Yeah, you don't want him to do that much running. You want him to be smart and a fox in the box and make defenders make decisions and think about where he is all the time. Let the young kid do all the running.
Because you saw what Seattle did to us on the weekend is the way Greg Vanney wants to play.
Yeah. Yes.
That's exactly what Greg Vanney wants to do. Is you saw Rui Diaz was the perfect example of how he wants to see Chicha play. Make those smart moves. You have your defenders, you have your attackers come in, pull defenders, have Chicha make a smart move coming off the back of a defender so that doesn't spot him. You saw that in the first 2 games of what Chicha was doing. That's exactly what Seattle did to us on the weekend, and it's a perfect example of what Greg wants his team to do.
I agree, 100%.
So, all right, let's get some. You want to get the betting odds, Ben? Do you have that up? I have the lineup.
No, go. Yeah, get the lineup.
So the odds. I didn't know exactly. I feel like we're gonna go pretty. Again, it just depends on the Vasquez situation. It's just so hard to predict a lineup when we don't know the health update. And Chris is going ham on this fucking popcorn. YouTube.com/Riotsquadcast if you want to see, if that's your thing of seeing like a dude eat popcorn, which is probably a thing. Like it's got to be a thing, right?
Everything's a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing somewhere, man.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be a pretty familiar lineup. If you have Vasquez in there, I think you see a lineup of Villafana on the left. I think you see Depew and Steres in the center back pairing. Araujo on the right side. Your two midfielders, I think you're going to go back. You're probably going to go back to maybe Jonathan Dos Santos, and if we're doing the 4-2-3-1, I think you go back and see like a JDS. I don't know if you want to start Saldana in this game. It might. I would hope he can get up for this game, right? Like it's a big moment, especially for a very, very young player.
Mm-hmm.
And we've seen in the first couple games that, he's still getting into the pace of the game, still building up that intelligence he needs to play at this higher level.
I think it's so far it's faster.
Yeah. And
it's taking him a little bit to get acquainted with.
So I don't know if starting him would probably be I think the smarter bet would to play Harvey.
That's not a fucking experiment.
That's very much an experiment.
Okay, I'm just Ed.
But I'm
trying
saying
to keep it consistent. That's
but
what
if
I'm
you're
saying.
you need to give more of a defensive balance to the team. You bring a guy who's defensive minded. You got a little popcorn in your mustache, by the way, buddy. It's still there. It's fine. You're good. It's on the other side of the camera, so they won't be able to see it.
It's fine.
Yeah. So I mean, if you're gonna go more defensive, I think, and you want a little more experience, you go with Carlos Harvey. To get them more that crunch in the middle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think Jonathan doesn't give you that. And you want to free him up a little bit more.
Not this season.
Yeah. And if Victor Vasquez is healthy, you get him up top. In that top of that three. Then you have Granciere on the left, Leggett on the right, and then you have Chicha up top. If you're gonna go with that 4-2-3-1 lineup, if you go with the 4-4-2, Granciere on the left, Leggett on the right, and then you just have your Jonathan and then your center defensive mid, and then Chicha and Zubek up top. So it's going to depend again on Vasquez and his health. So
I'm going to have my brother call right now.
You have your brother call?
Yeah, he's got to hit the head, and I don't want to wait for him
cool.
anymore. So he's going to call in a second, Benny. I just gave him the number. So yeah, my brother. If you're in the live chat right now, it's a little distracting. Sorry, I'm not really sure which country he's in or if he's in America.
How many people are we going to? So what we had is we're giving away 2 tickets, right?
Yeah.
2 tickets to the LAFC game this weekend. Did we give people enough time to join in if they wanted to? Yeah. No.
Yeah, we have 6 people. 6 people looking.
Okay.
So you have pretty good shot.
Pretty. That's yeah. You're not gonna have to pay $250 for.
Nope, scot free. I got a DM with someone offering me 2 tickets to the show. He is that him right now? Hello, who's this? Hello?
To accept, press 1.
Yeah, you pay that. He's in prison. He got locked up.
Got locked up.
Hello? Hello? It's not working. I don't think it's working.
Hey, what's up, man?
What Moo Doggy, what is up, young man? Brandon? Oh, we might have a delay.
Hey, what's up, man? The quality isn't so good.
Oh, it's pretty shit. Where are you at right now? Oh, this might not work.
I'm in Africa.
Holy shit.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, he like does things. Yeah, it's super delayed, Brandon. I'm not sure. You want to give this a try another day?
Yeah, no.
It's all right, Here, can do me a favor.
Yeah, that'll probably be better.
I'm gonna run
set
some.
it up at another location. That's gonna be better. What's up, man?
I'm gonna run some names by you really fast, and you go ahead and take your time. I love you, man. I haven't talked to you in too long. I gotta give you a phone call soon. You just gotta pick one of the names, okay? Yeah, it's gonna be fine. He's gonna say yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there we go. I figured it out. All right, Brandon.
They'll have to deal with the delay. It's
yeah,
fine.
you'll figure it out. They'll be fine. He's in another
Africa.
continent. You fuckers. All right.
By the way, Brandon, you have a great voice for the radio, sir.
Some Tuckers, man.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah, it definitely runs with the family.
Thanks, man. I've heard that before.
yeah, it's the sexiness, Brandon. They all understand it. They recognize it.
Hashtag Black Excellence.
Black excellence, Brandon. You know what's up. You hear that laugh? It's beautiful. All right, Brandon. Here we go. Nick, Alex, E creates 88, Angel City Printing, Ramses, and Perfect Gogeta. So you got to pick one of those names.
I kind of feel like this is going to be. Yeah.
Maybe. You just pick one. Doesn't matter.
I like Ramses. I don't know. I'm on the continent of Africa,
Boom.
and Egypt isn't too far from where I'm at, so Ramses is it.
I love it. There you go.
That's awesome.
That's a good pick, sir. Thank you very much, man. When any chance you'll be back in Southern California anytime soon, or in the near future?
No, man. The girls are coming out next break, so I gotta go to Europe to pick them up. So, yeah, it'll be a while before I head out to California, man.
Okay. Well, maybe when you're in Europe and the connection's a little bit better, even when you're in Florida and connection's a little bit better, we can get this going. Tell some Chris being a hooligan stories. Knucklehead, not much of a hooligan.
All right, man. You'll have to brief me on what I can and can't say, but I have no problem doing that.
That'll be a Patreon episode.
I love it, man. Yeah, most definitely. All right, man. I love you. I'll talk to you real soon, okay?
Thanks, Brandon.
All right, brother. You take care, man. Love you.
Thanks, man. Bye.
No problem.
All right. Well, that worked out really well. No, yes. Sorry, everybody else. But Ramses, my brother has selected you. I honestly thought it was going to be Perfect Gogeta because
I thought it was going to, yeah.
We really like Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be an easy one for Gogeta.
So it seemed like a layup, but
yeah, dude.
Rambus comes through.
But congratulations to Ramses. We got contact with you, brother.
2 tickets coming your way, Rambus.
That's awesome.
Hey, Tuck.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, is your brother a spook?
What the fuck? What?
Is he a spy?
I'm gonna cut this son bitch.
Is he a spy?
My brother, no.
Is he CIA?
What just happened? Oh man, you're getting Latif Blessing all over again. This is
the wrong episode of bringing that up, brother.
You know they're listening,
dude.
It's a military term, I think. We'll just say that. No,
dude, your brother's a spy. Don't tell me he ain't no spy.
Well, I'm definitely gonna tell you he's not. I'm definitely gonna tell you he's not a spy. And I'm also going to send you a link to the racist history of the word spook, but that's for a different day.
Yes, that's for a different day.
Oh my!
And that day starts in 29 minutes.
Oh shit! It's already gonna be 11:30 already. Well, congratulations to Ramses. Should we get into predictions?
Oh man, I'm still stuck on Tucker's brother's a CIA guy.
How hard was that? How hard was CIA guy? Was CIA guy difficult? It's 6 letters. Am I wrong? It's one more. It's one more than spook.
Yeah,
I love. They said in the chat, QAnon band makes a return.
Yes. I wish the Twitter was still there.
Day one, hashtag cancel Ben.
Yes.
Oh boy, should we get the predictions in? What's the MLS odds, man? Did you look that up?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, still.
It's okay, Ben. Take a breath.
It's been a while since. Well,
I've never heard of that. Yeah, he's right though. It's a slang term for someone involved in espionage.
Yeah, it's a
CIA
slang term
members.
for. Yeah.
I've never heard it.
Really?
Yeah,
How have you never heard that?
I'll be honest with you, Ben. People don't say spook to me very often. When they do, they die. So it's not. Yeah,
That's true. Well, you've never been in those circles either.
That's what I assumed it was like a military thing, or like that's what I assumed.
Oh, I'm sure if I tell Brandon, he'll be like, yeah, I've heard that phrase before.
Yeah.
Where me, I want to turn into like Kimura Usman.
So your brother right now is like starting a coup somewhere in Africa.
No, I think he's just working. He's working for. You know what he's doing? He's working for one of you fucking imperialists destroying Africa. Are you happy? He's making. I imagine.
I would be happy if
money.
I believe that, but I don't believe that. I think he's
working for some fucking Canadian imperialist. Tell him, Ed.
Some Tuckers over there starting a coup in Liberia or wherever.
Tuckers are way too lazy to start coups, man.
He'd be like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah. You know how many couches there are to nap on? What are you talking about? My family animal is a sloth. But we're not coup people.
Can we get
spoken like somebody who, yeah. So the Galaxy.
Spoken like a what?
Spoken like somebody who's exactly starting a coup.
Oh, yeah.
We're at 2 hours already.
Arguing about fucking.
Dude, we're at
coups.
1 hour as far as I know.
Bitch, you weren't here.
Bitch, you late.
You late.
Bitch, you guessing.
If I'm late, you're worried. Galaxy are big underdogs, which kind of strikes me as odd. Galaxy are a plus 215, which basically you get 2-1 odds on the Galaxy. LAFC opened the day as a negative 115, but closed at a negative at basically half that. So means more money's coming in and they're moving the line. I don't know, man. 2-1 odds on the Galaxy at home in a situation where you're not going to have huge LAFC support like you've seen in the past.
Yeah, it's going to be beautiful.
I don't know. That line kind of scares me.
Well, when I was looking at the odds, again, I don't know what sites Ben were looking at, so I was like oddshark.com or some shit like that.
Yeah, you go to either Oddsharks or Bovada.
Yeah, and so they had the Galaxy. Let me look for it. Yeah, Bovada had it plus 215, LAFC at plus 105, and the draw at plus 275.
Yeah, so the best LAFC you're going to get is a little more than 1-1 odds. So, I mean...
It's not the worst we've seen for the Galaxy against LAFC.
No, and I think it's early, so Vegas making the odds is, especially this early in the season, it's a little bit hit and miss. I think that the fact that you see LAFC with odds that there isn't a huge discrepancy, we're probably not going to see Vela in this game. I think if they knew something that we didn't know, like Vela was actually going to play, I think you'd see the odds probably much more in the LAFC's favor than you do here.
So would you say
what was he listed as last week? Do you remember?
He was out injured. But when he came off the first game, he was like, "I'm not injured. I'm good."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even Bradley was like, "Oh, I
took him out too early."
It hasn't been seen since.
So there's definitely something going on.
So, I mean, it could be injury or it could be just like what Tucker was saying. I mean, if he's got big money coming in Europe, it's kind of like, the college players that skip the bowl game, to go to the pros, not wanting to get hurt or anything like that before a big move comes. Especially for somebody his age who's really looking maybe his last big contract.
Last big paycheck, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. And I think it'd be smart money to play like on a draw. I think...
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be a scoreless draw.
No. I don't think so either.
But I could very easily see this game being 2-2 or going back and forth.
Yeah.
A 1-1, then a 2-1, then ending 2-2 with somebody.
Listen, Chris. If me and Ben are agreeing that it's going to be a draw, so you got to say it's going to be a win.
It's not going to be a draw.
Because when we agree,
it's not going to be a draw.
And you say something else, it's usually the case.
It's not going to be a draw.
I'm just going to put that out there.
It's not going to be a draw.
Okay.
You don't even need to worry about it, man.
So
Tucker's starting some coup somewhere, so don't even worry about it.
Nah, it's not going to be a draw.
I don't remember the order.
When you guys get mad, you're rising up against the big lie. But when we want to overthrow a government, it's a coup. Sure.
Yes.
I hear how they talk.
It's an uprising.
Code switching, yeah. I see your I was there shirt, Ben. I'm trying to play. I see it.
So I will go first, I guess.
Tony gave the order in the email.
Yeah.
Did he?
I think you were first.
Yeah.
I was second.
Okay.
Ben's third.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna go with my gut, man. I'm gonna go with the 2-2. Your markers don't work, idiot. No, yeah, I'm gonna go 2-2. I'm gonna say Leggett gets one, and then I say Chicha gets one. Yeah, I don't see us. Man, it's tough because I don't see us not getting scored on. It's still a pretty shaky defense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Victor Vasquez plays. It's gonna be different if he does. But yeah, we'll see. I think both teams are gonna get scored on, and I'd be okay with the 2-2 draw. And I said I called in the beginning of the season we're not gonna lose to them this year. So this is to us not losing.
This is the positive version of us not losing.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I think it'll come as a surprise to no one. I would rather lose this game than predict that LAFC will beat us. So shit ain't starting today.
Yeah.
I'm actually.
It's like putting LAFC players in the fence. It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take what I believe to be a beautiful, shiny, spirited 2-0 LA Galaxy win over LAFC. I'm praying to God it will be Jonathan Bond's first clean sheet. We have to get a clean sheet at some point.
Ben, you said 10, right?
I don't recall.
Yeah, okay.
I think it was 10.
I'm pretty sure it was 10.
What would you say? Let's just settle on it now. What would you say?
I probably said something like 10.
Because I think you went 8 the year before, right?
Yeah.
Or the year like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I said 8. Basically a third of the season, or a little less than that. So.
All right.
I do think it's going to be difficult. I think it's going to be a very, very tough match. What is it? Bayard and Diego Rossi both like to occupy for them that left side, so it'll be that Julian Araujo, Daniel Steres side, which in theory should be the better one, but really it's you would imagine when he gets comfortable it'll be more Williams and Villafana. But I like the idea of if Araujo and Steres can really handle their job, they can get the ball shuffled to the left side and break out Villafana on that attack. So I'm going to go with a 2-0 clean sheet. I think it's going to be a beautiful day out. And I'm going to, as well, give it to Chicharito and Sebastian Lletget. Nice.
So the only difference is that I have that we're getting scored on.
I'm going for a 3-banger.
Yeah.
For a 3-point banger.
I agree with Ed. I like the 2-2 draw.
Fuck yeah, we're winning.
I think it's a good call. Like I said, I could see this just going back and forth. I could see it, 1-1, 2-1, and somebody probably scores late to even it out on either side, and one side's going to feel like, hey, it's a win draw. The other side's going to be like it's a loss draw. So I don't know. I think that but I think that our boy's going to rise to the occasion. I think you're going to see Zubac and Chicha.
Oh, goddamn, I'll take that. Can I ask you a question about the experimenting topic that we were going over?
Back
earlier?
on that?
It's not necessarily back on it. It's just something I was wondering.
Okay.
And I wanted to know your opinion on it. Like, it's something I'll think about in the week. So I just wanted to get your opinion about it now while we're here. We get to talk about it in front of people.
All right.
You talked about Greg not experimenting in this game. Do you think he would view this game differently? Like, do you think he would view this as the game you need to play it safe and buckle down? And
I mean, when I say play it safe, I mean more rein it in a little bit with like having it as he would say the last game. He tried to make it more defensive, but with a different like formation, whatever lineup you want to put out there. I think this one he plays it more safe, where he's guys he knows or putting them in the positions that they're comfortable in. So you put in Araujo back as right back. You play a more 2-man defensive midfield. So I think that's when I say playing it more safe. I think that's what I'm saying. Not like.
But do you think that's the way he views playing LAFC in the same way you view it as a fan? Like it's a game that. Like, well, do you think to him it's a match that's worth 3 points?
To be fair, he's never played against LAFC with us, so it's kind of hard to see what his strategy is going to go into that game. Or
coaching against a former side.
Yeah. So. I don't know.
But what do you think as to whether he would view it as more than just 3 points? Like Seattle game traditionally we would play conservatively. You would if anything play more defensive. You would have played a Carlos Pavon joke. You would have played a Carlos Harvey in the middle because you want to buckle down. It's even what GBS did last year against Portland. We played 2 defensive midfielders. That was the game against the team you would expect to get destroyed against.
Yeah, but again,
we went real experimental.
I think it's coming off that 3-0 loss to Seattle. I think he understands the situation where this is going to be one of the biggest games of the year, and it's super early on, so it's teams still trying to figure out, playing with each other.
Right.
So I think going into a more, I don't even want to say defensive. I just want to say
conservative.
Yes, I think it's the smarter choice.
But
I think Greg Vanney is a smart coach.
That's where my questioning was coming from. To him, do you think it's a big game? To him, is it just another MLS match?
I think he completely understands that this is a very big game.
Do you think he thinks it's a big game, or do you think he understands to you it's a big game? Because those are two different things.
I think he knows it's a big game.
I agree with that. Okay. I think that he's going to talk. He's going to say it's just another game.
Yeah, but like behind the curtains, I think he's going to tell him like,
exactly,
you got to fucking bring it.
Okay, I was just wondering. I was thinking it earlier when you had mentioned the like experimenting.
Because I had even said earlier, I'm like he's been in the league. He's been in the league the last couple of years, and if you're blind, if you haven't seen the biggest story that's come out of MLS in the last 2 years, is these LAFC games versus LA Galaxy.
I think about I don't know, and they're not the same guy by a stretch, but like I think about Bruce, and like Bruce never really seemed to give a fuck about the individual match.
But that's Bruce is a whole different. That's another animal, man. Like
It's
I think
a very very successful animal.
I think Bruce didn't give a shit about a lot of things. He didn't give a shit about the press. We didn't really care about fans either. And I just think he's like, look, I got to do what I got to do to win a game, and if that's 1-0 wins at home, getting draws away, I think he understood that the only thing that matters is winning.
Yeah, and I think Bruce did care. He cared about the games against Seattle, and I think he definitely cared about the games against San Jose in his time here.
I don't know. I might be alone.
Look,
I never got the sentiment from him.
Look at our playoff series against them, though.
But a playoff series is if we don't win this individual game, we all go home and we're done. And for him, if we don't win this playoff series, we have failed in this year. You look at every season he was with the Galaxy. If we didn't succeed, we failed. Like those are the only two options. I totally get the playoff mentality. It might be a personal thing. Like I never got the sentiment the individual matchups mattered to him in the way that they matter to us. I do agree. I think he is aware that they all mean more to you. I don't know. I never got the sentiment from Bruce the individual matchup mattered in that way. But yeah, look, that's why we discuss. That's why we let me know what you think. Like that's something I'm willing to be reached out to about. Feel free to let me know. Do you think the individual matchups matter to, let's do that. Let's start trying to do that. Let's do a question that we can throw to the audience every week. And then the next week we'll be like, hey man, here were the best results we had.
Yeah, throw it up.
So let's do that for this week. You can tweet the show, or you can we'll post it on the Instagram. We'll do the question, the same thing. And you can email us in and we'll read off the best answers. Do you think the organization this specific organization looks at the big matches in the same way you do, or do they look at them as just another game or a different option?
Do you want to tighten that up and say because you talk about
Please.
Greg? Do you want to say?
I mean the administration, the coaching staff, like his coaching staff. Not counting DTK. I know they don't give a fuck, but I would hope they don't care. Not counting DTK and Klein, but Greg, Kalishman, Hartman, the in the locker room brain trust.
But you're talking. This is why I think you're wrong when it comes to them not thinking it's a big game, or I don't even know if that's what you even said. These are guys who understand the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
They understand what it takes to be the Galaxy. They understand that the rivalry games, and all, Andrew will argue his fucking head off about this being the biggest rivalry. This is the biggest rivalry.
Come on. It's not really a debatable topic.
San Jose, that's the past now. And it's still a rivalry, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
You're talking if you're focusing on what's the biggest rivalry, it's
evolution.
Yeah.
As you evolve, there are always going. Thanos said it. As long as there are people, but he was right. As long as there are people who remember what there was, there can't be people. There are people who can't accept what there has to be. Like LAFC is the Galaxy's biggest rival. There's no two ways about it. Look at how people begin to interact with each other come fucking 12:01 of LAFC week. Like the moment El Tráfico week began. The moment it began.
During the Seattle game, it's like, oh, well,
nobody gave a shit.
Next week's LAFC versus the Galaxy.
Nobody gave a fuck that we lost to Seattle because it was like, well, it's fuck Levis.
Well, here's the thing. Sebastian brought up individual matches don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Very true. Because in the long run, if we lose this match, we make it to the playoffs and we go
people say it every year.
The one match won't matter then. We'll remember it.
But that's my point.
And again,
my question rather.
But I think it still matters. It's a big game, and they understand it's a big game.
Yeah. But that was a separation of my question. Is it a big game to them, or are they aware of the fact that it's a very big game to everybody else?
I think both.
Okay.
I think it's fair to the both. That's a fair answer to saying it's both. They know how much it matters to the fans, and also that it's going to be a big game.
Well, when I say matters to the fans, I mean matters to the fans, and as an event, as a spectacle, it doesn't matter to them in the same way. Like they're aware of the fact that it's super important to you that we sweep LAFC every year. But what does Greg actually care about? He cares about winning the Supporter Shield.
He cares about getting this team functioning and playing like a unit, getting them into playoffs, getting them into situations where they're going to succeed and be at the best, at the peak performance they can be, and that means getting to playoffs. Possibly making a run. And being
say he's playing well. If you have Jonathan and Chicharito limping off the field in the previous game, and it's all right. Well, I potentially risk them against LAFC, and I might lose them for 3 weeks. Then you don't play them. Then you take that loss and you potentially have them for the next 3 if Jonathan's playing good.
Yeah.
And you play them for the 3 weeks because that's the more important thing. Like that's that mentality. And we don't. I think you were making this point. Like to a degree, it's a little too early to know because we don't really know their mentality yet. We could suss that out with Bruce because we got to see examples of. Do you risk this guy here in this game and have him for a couple more weeks, or how do you balance that? We haven't really seen it with Greg.
Yeah, I feel like with Bruce, the only time he actually gave a shit is when like Porter would fucking celebrate in his face.
Whenever it's
so he's like, all right, you dickhead.
Yeah.
And then like when we dropped 5 on him and that one time in Portland, like he's like, it's like the best thing ever.
his best day.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It's just something I was thinking about while you were talking. Just wondering what you thought. But I'd love to hear from everybody else. Someone remind me. I'm going to put that question out because I would love to hear what people think about it.
There you go. And I think that's it. We're going to go into lightning round, sirs?
Yeah. Keep it tight.
Keep it tight. Tight butthole. We're already going to be at like 2.5 by the time we're done with this. This is going to be a good long episode.
Good. Ben's back, man. We're having fun.
Feel good.
My brother was on. It's a good day. Feel good. He gave tickets away. I should do that now while I remember. Joy looks good to me. Feels good. Can you play that song?
Feels good. Pew, 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 pew. We haven't done that in a while.
Pew, 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 pew.
Good to have you back, Ben. Oh, he's got the graphics and everything.
And everything.
Good on you, Ben.
All right.
By the way, we had no Twitter
questions,
so we're good. You're good.
That's good. People have finally learned.
They got tired of asking.
Yeah. Well, I was when I was reading them out, the Twitter questions we read, but no one responded on Twitter, so it's fine.
It's just not the same.
It's just the same.
Mime Not says,
it's not the same without the pew pew pews.
How times have the G's been under? All right, this is
just try to best. I was reading that too. Just try to best translate that one, baby.
No. Read it verbatim. Exactly
as is.
Yeah.
How times have the G's been underdogs versus Chivas Fake FC? Question mark.
How many times have they been underdogs? Usually every time.
If you're including.
I guess
the old Chivas USA? Was it 2007, 8?
Oh, then.
Those bad years?
Yeah, never in the early. Well.
How many actual times?
Yeah, one pricky year, maybe.
Big Sasha Kleshin.
Not pricky year, I mean.
Yeah, pricky years.
Was the
pricky
year? Yeah, the pricky years.
Yeah, we whooped Bradley's ass. Spanked Bradley's tail.
It's all bone. It's not even. He's got like one of those negative asses.
Since they've come into the league, I would say
like
every single game. Every single game since they came in.
Yeah, 100%.
Samuel Gransier, goal this weekend? That's Poi Sushi.
Nah.
None of us called it.
You know what? I'll switch my Seba to Gransier.
All right.
I'll switch my Seba to Gransier.
Gentlemen,
you'll allow it?
Yeah.
I'll switch my Seba to Gransier.
I feel like he has.
So it's actually not up to us. It's up to Tony.
Yeah. And look, you're better off with me switching it.
I don't feel like he's gonna get a goal. I feel like he can contribute in a goal, and I think that's a positive step forward.
Like an assist.
Yes.
Or a second assist.
Yes. Which I guess I don't think MLS counts the hockey assist anymore.
Nope.
No more hockey assists?
Nah.
Not in the official tally.
Damn. Okay, Salgado, DCI. How do you guys make the new guys, coaches / players, understand the intensity of this game?
Well, for the coaches, Dan Kalishman was the first captain of the LA Galaxy. Greg Vanney was a starting left back in the 96 season. Played with Robin Fraser, who was the second captain of the LA Galaxy. I think they get it. They got it. The players? We got a lot of youth players. And youth players seem to really love fan engagement when it's positive. I'm actually, all joking aside, I'm not a big fan of the lol cyberbullying. Like, it doesn't actually help when your player is bad and you also pile on them. It doesn't really help. If we learned anything from last year, you should be aware that shit clearly doesn't fucking help.
It got Sebastian playing better.
I mean, grown man's different. Yeah. But I mean, I tend to find, like, for the new,
also his home life was like fine.
It was great. Well, I don't know. He was cheating on his old ladies before he got caught.
I mean,
allegedly.
Come on.
But yeah, man,
just talk about my man like that.
Big up him. Like, especially the newer guys, the younger guys. Like, send him a DM, just being like, hey, saw you're on the team. Congrats. Or if the Galaxy post a picture or video with one of the newer guys, and can tag the person in it, fucking like it and comment, and they're humans. They're humans, no different than you. They use social media like you do.
Give them a fire emoji or give them the praise hands.
Yeah, hunt it. Give them a hunt it emoticon. Yeah, I mean give
them an eggplant.
They use social media to receive temporary feelings.
Peach, what? For them dump trucks.
But they use social media to have
booty cheeks,
temporary feelings that
rolling
they're
up
doing
a demon on God.
Wow, you really got to stop watching Kodak Black. I introduced Ed to Kodak Black, and I feel like I've broken the universe. Look up that ZZ music video if you haven't heard it.
YouTube.com/Riotsquadcast.
It's a Z shit.
It's a Z shit.
Pull up to the demon on God, looking like I still do fraud.
I love it. It's honestly become my favorite song.
It's a Z shit. It's a Z shit.
Next question.
Oh, you can hear him smiling.
Are we good?
That's great. Yeah, we're good.
Uncle Dishwasher wants to know biggest pleasant surprise so far this year and biggest unexpected disappointment.
Pleasant surprise? I can't even say Javier. I genuinely can't.
It's gotta be Vasquez for me.
Yeah, Vasquez is up there. Vasquez is pretty up there. Villafaña, I didn't think I was told he would be really good, and I watched some of his old Portland games, and I wasn't that blown away. He has been phenomenal so far. When we get him involved, the first two games, when we get him involved, he is a difference maker. I would love to say Chicharito, but come on. We all saw this coming, surely.
Disappointments?
Disappointment.
So far? I mean, Araujo,
yeah.
Jonathan.
Jonah, yeah.
But it's like, how can you disappoint me more than you already have? I'm like...
Because he's staying all year. Jonah. Yeah.
There's the rumors that he's being sold in the summer.
Disappointing, not being able to get
a
bigger home run on that third DP. Like, I love the future project, but it's like, look, even if you move Jonathan on, you have a home run DP, presumably, if you can lock him down with the third one. Kevin Cabral, who's a long-term project, and Javier Hernandez, who, as much as I like him, at any time might stop scoring.
Yeah.
And then we're back to square one.
So bringing us back to the disappointment, Zerk18 asks, has the offseason hype affected Julian, and does he start on Saturday?
Well, fuck yeah, he starts.
Yeah, he's 100% starting. I think Chris brought up a good point, and this is about selling Araujo, and the reason why we haven't done it is because the people who were trying to buy him,
who are interested
in buying him, are like, well, let's wait to see him on a good team, and unfortunately, I think you're seeing him on a better team, and looking worse for it.
Mm-hmm. But it's early.
Early. Again, yes, it's early.
Every scout, certainly for the big teams, every scout in the world knows you're not going to judge a guy off 180 minutes. A lot of guys have bad games. You think there wasn't a bunch of European transfer speculation in the offseason, and then he comes back. Of course, it's going to screw with his head a little bit.
The Olympics loss. You don't think that?
They got a lot going on, man.
Yeah.
He's got a lot going on, and he's a human being. And your entire window for this dude's life. Again, I wish I learned all this Chicharito stuff earlier.
And what is it? It's still 19?
He's
20?
I don't know. Let me see. But your entire view into this dude's life, he's 19 still until August. Your entire view of this dude's life is 90 minutes on a field.
He's still a teenager.
And Instagram, and he's a fucking teenager, man. He's a teenager, dude. Look. It's fine. He's starting at 19 years old. He should have been starting at 17, certainly 18. If you have time for other very promising 18, 19-year-olds, you got more time for Julian.
Carlos Schmarlos wants to know if we're sticking with the 4-3-3 or are we moving towards a 4-4-2.
We definitely don't need 2 forwards. That's what Greg says. So I don't know why have a 4-4-2 if you only score all your goals with 2 forwards on the field, and you definitely don't need 2 forwards because Ethan's not playing as a forward when he's playing up top. So no matter what it is, it's not a 4-4-2, even though you have 2 forwards playing up top every single time you score a goal. It's fine, whatever. It's cool. Whatever you want to call it. It's fine with me. Just keep scoring. It looks like we need to find a way to transition there. You look at some of our more recent signings, Auggie Williams, forward, Kevin Cabral can play forward. It looks like we're slowly sliding towards playing a second person up there.
Again, it's getting pieces. We're still getting pieces. We're still having the pieces that we've brought in still adjust, and we have
even getting them here.
2 people who still haven't got here.
Pieces who are on the team.
One definitely starter. The other one maybe. So it's still, and we still have one more player coming in.
And you can. We've already seen Marcus Verkranis down on G2. Jalen Neal, when he's healthy, probably going back to G2. That's just loan them for the year, and that's 2 pieces. That's 2 more roster spots.
Yeah.
Still domestic, still trading inside the league, but you can pad out your roster with 2 more roster spots.
B Loves.
I think it's Bryant from
Most dope.
News.
Will these fools leave us
I think it's definitely Bryant from Mag News.
wear camo as they watch at home?
I feel like they'll be like watching in like their camo underwear.
Yeah. I don't know. It really depends on if their mother washes it in time.
With Coronas, because Coronas is the worst. And they're the worst.
Is Corona the worst?
It's piss water.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's fair. I'm going to drink a lot in Hawaii.
Only true fools drinking the Modelo.
Hey.
Them Husky boys.
Husky gang.
Husky boys, gang.
Art wants to know if someone found Chris's bag I gave him. If not, I got you again.
No, you don't need to get me again, sir. I appreciate it. No one got in touch. Yeah, if you didn't hear last week,
I think that shit probably got thrown away, dude.
It shouldn't. I was checking the section during the game.
Okay.
Yeah, it shouldn't. Someone grabbed it, and it's cool. If you grabbed it, because you got kids, you got little ones. Like Damien's got more. My kid's got more than enough shit, man. Like I super appreciate it. I wanted him to wear it. It would have been awesome. But if you're cool with stealing clothes for your kid, then your kid must super need it. And I hope they get everything they need out of it, man. Nothing but peace and light, man. I got enough shit on my plate. I appreciate you though, Art. You don't. My boy's good. I appreciate you, brother.
Art's good, dude.
Sharky14. Art's a very good dude. Sharky14. Heading to the game on Saturday. What bars and restaurants do you recommend in the vicinity?
Just drink in the parking lot. Yeah.
I mean, there's Pescador. But
Pescador? Yeah, it's a good restaurant.
If you're going to be drinking, like, that's a long walk if you're going to try to walk. Because I saw, on the home opener, I saw people walking. And I'm like, that's a long walk.
It's a bit of a walk.
That's going to kill that buzz. That's a pointless drinking game.
So you eat an edible right before you leave Pescador. You'll be rolling by the time you get in.
Yeah, man, the bars, I mean, place to drink, that's really the only spot to go other than your car. Just drink in your car.
Just drink in your car, yeah. Get booze and drink in your car.
That way you don't have to drive anywhere.
That way you're already there.
You're already there.
By the way, who wants to drive me? Anybody.
I think Ben's going to have to drive us.
At some point.
Eventually.
No, you just do it on Saturday.
I'll just drive you guys, drop you off.
Yeah.
Pick you up.
Yeah, don't be a punk ass bitch.
You just got to call me daddy and I'll do it.
Whoa.
You think that's going to stop me?
No, I know, definitely.
Anything to not drive.
It's like I have, no pride. I'll take the ride.
I got no shame.
Cristiano.
Sin vergüenza.
What does that mean?
It's no shame.
Oh, shit.
Say it again.
Sin vergüenza.
Ooh.
He's got that down.
He has no shame.
No
He's
shame,
had
baby.
no shame for a long time.
Yeah.
Apparently. Cristiano says, what's
I'll
up
show
with
you my butthole.
229. You cut that tonight. No bullshit. I'm tired of all this. 229. You cut that tonight. That's my text tone for the rest of your life.
The rest of my life. My kids are like, Dad,
as they lower your
is that your
casket into
voice?
the grave, I'm gonna let your kid change that text tone. And my volume.
oh butthole, Danny boy. I'll show you my butthole.
You know your dad.
It's the remix.
Your dad. Look, son, I want you to know something. Your dad had one of the finest goddamn buttholes. This side of the Alps. It was pristine. He keeps it clean. He keeps it shaved. And look, you couldn't always shave it.
It's BPA free.
It's BPA
no GMOs.
What,
no artificial flavorings and coloring.
Flavorings. It's like the bleach he uses is coral safe. In the event he goes swimming,
yeah,
he's just a thoughtful person with a fine butthole.
I'm pro-environment.
Yeah.
I use the finest butthole creams.
Butthole creams. The finest butthole creams. No shame. How do you say a no shame thing?
Sin vergüenza.
Oh, man. This is nice.
This is what happens when we get to 2.5 hours and it's past midnight.
Sin vergüenza.
I love the 38 people who stayed with us. It is 12:05 in the morning.
They didn't even win the ticket.
I love you guys so much. You guys are honestly, you guys are the true MVPs.
Yeah. Butthole game expert. Flex Seal.
Gang. Is there more questions?
Yeah.
Let's keep going, baby. Let's go.
Cristiano wants to know what's up with the team flying out on game day on Sunday.
That seemed like a bad move.
That's an MLS stupid ass MLS decisions.
Was it really?
That's what, dude. MLS they have these weird rules where you can't fly out till the day of the game, and so it's ridiculous.
That's a massive competitive disadvantage.
Yes, that's
it's
what.
So
that's a huge competitive disadvantage.
Josh was talking, I think, yesterday on the show about that.
That's why everybody's playing in their own little area, so you have the shortest travel if you have to travel on game day. Oh.
But still a flight. I mean, Tuck, from flying to Portland. I mean, it's not a simple up and down. Yeah, it's a 2.5 hour flight.
Can they charter all the flight? If they can charter all the flights and stretch out, that's one thing. But
Ben's probably got like a war torn era butthole, right? Like
Ben's butthole seen some. Yeah, it's winked some serious disasters throughout time. There's no two ways about it. Yeah,
it's like the Germans came bombing and just like left in rubble.
Blink. Like a Stargate.
It's a portal to another dimension.
Dude, that face when you said Stargate, he was like...
that spoke to my soul, sir.
Blink.
That face just lit up.
You know how it like opens, blue.
We're talking like Val Kilmer Stargate?
SG-1, baby.
Okay.
SG-1, yeah. I like that first Stargate, though. Stargate's a solid movie. Ben has lived 8 lives and his butthole 10.
For anyone, oh no, God, Ben whispered something into his mic.
Yeah,
we're just not gonna.
He's got a secret microphone that you guys don't know about.
We're not gonna mention that one.
It's his canceled mic.
Oh no. That just brought bad visuals in my mind, and I hate you for it.
Dude, I'll never forget Tucker talking about the Millennium Falcon.
Nah.
Why do it in a secret microphone?
Oh, hey. Well, it was May the 4th. We talking about
Millennium Falcon.
Now it's the return of the 5th. Shit gets
return
naughty.
of the shits.
Yeah. Oh.
All right, Robert Yeskis.
I'm sorry if this is your first time listening.
Yeah, welcome.
Sebastian in the chat, I think this is his first time listening, or this is the only Galaxy podcast he listens to. I'm sorry.
Hopefully he's not listening.
Hopefully you stay with us, sir.
Hopefully he shut the show off or he stopped watching live.
Yeah.
We disappoint much better the next day, I find.
Oh yeah.
That's my MO. It's how I roll. It's disappointing in real time, but it's much better the next day when you get to think about it.
Yeah.
When you really get to think about this experience we had, it gets a little bit better.
Yeah.
It's a little bit better.
What's the question?
He says, Ed, you lie. What happened to the phone calls you were gonna answer last episode?
Yeah, I got busy.
That's the
end.
I'm sorry. It's the end of your excuse.
I got busy.
Yeah. You got busy.
I got school, and then
what do they want from you?
Dealing with family stuff. Okay, man.
You got busy.
I got busy.
Everybody's got shit. All right.
I'm sorry. I really do apologize. I really did feel bad. It got to like Friday night, and I was like, fuck, I was supposed to do that. But yeah, I apologize.
Depending on how this game goes, we may have to do something similar, depending on how many phone calls we get. Only this time, you can actually answer.
You definitely call in for the LAFC game. Like, we play those phone calls.
Yes, as soon as the match is over.
Yeah.
And I say that because you don't want to be yelling shit at halftime and then you look like an idiot. As soon as the match is over, We would love to hear from all of you. You can call in 562-641-5277. Leave a voicemail. Keep it to about a minute. Leave your name. Don't get crazy. Don't start threatening people. Don't give us a reason to not play your call, or don't give us a reason to block your call, to not take calls from you in the future. Don't be stupid. But we definitely want to hear what you think about the match and your review. So go ahead and call in.
I mean, one of our most famous calls, we end the show on it every
week.
day. So
we had a crisis breakdown when we ended the show last week and realized the version Ed has doesn't have "fuck you, Brian."
We realized that's the first time in 4 years that happened. We haven't played the "fuck you, Brian" at the end of the show. Like an end of an era, man.
I think this guy Sebastian just found the concept of not the concept, but the Galaxy independent media world.
Ooh, bro, you're in for a good treat, man.
Yeah, we're getting ready to blow your goddamn dick off, Sebastian. You're about to have a good time.
Allison goes east. If we won this game and many Levas left the field in tears, are you okay with losing the next 2 regular season games?
You don't even have to finish that sentence. Yeah.
Are you okay with losing the next 2 regular season games? One of those is San Jose.
Yeah, that's fine.
What's the other one? Austin?
Ooh, I really want to beat Austin, though. What? There's something about them and their whole smug city that they think they invented soccer now. Every new team's fans think they fucking are the best supporters. They win in the stands, yada, yada, yada.
Like when Seattle thought they invented the Viking clap.
Everyone wins in the stands.
Oh, God.
That was the worst.
You know who
that was the worst
to not winning in the stands? And it's the reason I love them so much? Galaxy fans. Never once have I seen a Galaxy fan go, "We're undefeated in the stands." And that's why I love you.
Yeah.
We're nice, lazy people who are like, "Hey, you were better today. It's okay."
I just love
That's all right.
We get more ratings when the Galaxy are bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
way more downloads.
It is true.
By the way, we've gained 3 people. We're up to 41.
I fucking love you guys.
Every person who's in the live chat, hit that fucking thumbs up.
They recently tweeted a couple weeks, maybe 2 weeks ago, that someone's like, "Oh, this is going to be the chant that's going to, spread throughout MLS. This is the best one," and it's one that ACB's been doing for 6-7 years. So it's it's shit like that. Their fans are fucking annoying.
Don't you say that about every new fans too?
Yeah, pretty much.
Although
because new
there
MLS
still
fans are fucking
annoying. There are no fans that are worse than Seattle fans though. Maybe the Levas fans.
LAFC fans are way worse than Seattle. They're way worse than Seattle because they talk as if they've won something. Like Seattle, Seattle talked as if they deserve to win something. They talked as if the fan expectation, and I'm okay with that. The fan expectation was our team should be put in a position to succeed. Look at how many fans come through the door. Look at how much money they're making in ticket revenues, how many jerseys, all of those things. In the moment, it's annoying, but you get it. I expect you to be good.
And then at least with Seattle people, if you see someone walking down the street with the Seattle shirt or hat on, they're going to know an actual team exists, that the logo they're wearing. Half the time you see someone with the fucking LAFC hat on, you go, "Oh, I hate that team." They're like, "Oh, that's a team?"
It's just
or that's a sports team. It's just a fucking logo to them. To most of the people who wear their hats, wear their gear, it's a logo. It's no different from the Dodger LA to some of these people because they don't know.
Like even with Seattle, the thing you got to give them is team is from the 70s. Like you legitimately have people who is like, "Hey man, I may not have gone to a bunch of their USL games, their NASL games, but yeah, my dad was down with them, or I at least know the logo, I know the team." This is a fucking 3-4-year-old team where people talk as if they are champions elect every year. Way worse LAFC fans. Not even close. Not even, for me, not even close.
All right. If you were going to translate one of our podcasts into French for the French connection on our team, which podcast would it be?
Jamaican Hitler. I don't even know what the episode's about. Just seems like necessary viewing.
Yeah. I mean, that needs to be translated into 50 languages and just broadcast around the world, man.
All right, that was a good one.
Yeah. The Zlatan one?
The Zlatan.
But I feel like that's already been translated around the world, so.
That's true.
Yeah. Not much of an issue.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, go follow Sebastian, ARAQUE354. He's on Twitter. He's just discovering like the Galaxy independent content creators. So if you make a podcast, specifically thinking about like a Nag News or a LA is Our House or Simply Soccer, go ahead and give Sebastian. How would you pronounce that last name? I don't know how to pronounce that.
I don't know.
All right, I don't know how to pronounce it, but
there is a Spanish podcast that just started too. So
do you know the name?
Go look it out. Shit. Put me on the spot like that, man.
I would have said like no, I don't know.
I just was gonna say, hey, go search it.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called. Maybe someone in the live chat can grab it for you. But yeah, give Sebastian ARAQUE 354 a follow on Twitter. He's getting involved in the Galaxy Twitterverse. He needs more Galaxy friends, needs more Galaxy discussions, and he's in our live chat at 12:15, having never heard a Galaxy podcast before. So that deserves a Twitter follow, I think.
Sebastian's my new favorite person.
Full stop.
Yeah.
We are going to end the lightning round with a simple PSA from Stephen Levy. PSA.
Our
no
good fellas over
354
at AFCHA.
No 354. Just Sebastian.
La Hora Galactica. There you go. Thank you, Jose. That's the podcast. La Hora Galactica.
Okay.
That's a new Spanish podcast that got.
Can you translate that for us, Ed?
The Galaxy Hour.
That's a way better name than ours.
It's not as good as the Spirit of '96.
No,
but it's all right.
We gotta do an episode one day. I don't know how it's different. We gotta come up with a way it's different.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
We gotta do it where it's like it's got to be edited and real clean, and it's got to do like an ESPN Sports Talk hour where we got to be really over the top, and we have to pretend to be angry about things so we get downloads.
We gotta be more controversial.
I'm not. That's it. So listen to one of the old episodes. Like we're outlandish as fuck, and now we're older and we're like adults and we have responsibilities and shit. And so now it's like I don't know, man. Whatever you're into is fine. Yeah, it's scary.
When we first started, we weren't married.
Fucking.
And then by the time it's 5 years later, we were like married, docile and shit, and be like, yeah, whatever, dude.
I got kids, man. It's really hard to give a shit about meaningless things when you have little people.
Yeah, I got a cat and dog, man. I know what you mean.
Same.
Yeah, samesies.
Basically the same. The way Damien acts, he pooped in the potty. We didn't talk about this. He fucking pooped in the potty. It's the biggest moment of my life. He pooped in a potty for the first time ever.
That's got to be like a huge accomplishment.
It's gigantic.
You know what?
We're steps away from not having to buy diapers.
You know who would appreciate that?
Wiping ass.
You know who would appreciate
minimizing ass wiping.
Stephen Levy would appreciate that. His PSA: there is no defecating in the stands at Dignity Health Sports Park.
Oh,
that's frowned upon.
That is all.
There's kind of like rules against pooping in the stands.
It was only at Dignity.
There was
there's no rule like that at the other place.
Well, because it is a shithole. So I mean, that's where you go shit.
I mean,
it wasn't lost on me that he pooped in a potty the same week we have LAFC. It wasn't lost on me at all. He knows. He's seen the game. He's well versed.
And that is all.
Please, people. The more you know, please don't poop in the stands.
Don't poop in the stands.
And especially don't poop in your own stadium.
Doesn't make sense.
Like
I wouldn't have pooped in their building.
I wouldn't have allowed my butt cheeks to grace that toilet.
What do you ever think about that? Like I genuinely dislike that team.
I genuinely might have shit like off to the side of the toilet.
But I
would at least think about it. Like Papa squat.
Think about it all day.
Like Papa squat and just like on the side of it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel bad for the people who have to clean it up because they're not, like, fans or anything. But, like...
They know what they did.
Yeah.
But it's like the people who died on the second Death Star in Return of the Jedi.
Like, you know where you're getting to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to the last one?
Got blown up.
Look how long it took to rebuild it. Because they blew the last fucking one up. Don't work there.
And she didn't even wipe. That's a good point, Kevin. No paper. She didn't even wipe.
I can't believe I watched that happen. I can't believe I watched. Like, I can see it right now.
The chance.
Not her poop.
The chance.
I can see her pooping.
The chance. The
Sucia.
Dirty girl. You think she was that same, like, that Galaxy, that girl?
Oh, man. This has been a fun fucking episode. I love you guys.
It's nice to have Benny back, man.
Yeah.
It's nice to be back, man. It really is.
We missed you.
We did miss you, Ben. We genuinely, we missed you. People have missed you. It's good to see you. It's good to have you back, even if it was half a show.
No, and it's good to be in here for. Well, it was going to be an hour, but I guess it turns into 2 hours.
Yeah,
It worked out.
But yeah, I mean, it's.
Look, I ain't got shit to do tomorrow, so we're fine.
Fuck you.
Oh, I got a 10:30 exam for a job, so I mean, there's that.
Oh my god, I can't wait till you have children. It's gonna be the best.
We already established I have a cat and dog.
I'm gonna enjoy every single fucking second. Whenever you're like, Chris, you know when I text you in desperation? Whenever you do that to me, that's when I'm gonna laugh. Because I text Ed in desperation all the time. I'm like, Ed, I'm losing my goddamn.
What do I do? I'd like try to help him. Like, hey man, it's all gonna be good.
I'm gonna help you. I'm just gonna be like, first I'm gonna be like, see, bitch, I fucking told you.
Told you.
Now, what do you need? Oh, he's running away from you? I'm giving you a boy in this scenario. Oh,
well, if it's not, in the river. To teach her to swim.
I'm gonna get called racist.
Come on, man.
That's how these games.
That's how.
I'm gonna get called misogynistic.
That's how us POCs do it, man. You just throw your kids in the river.
This us POC. Oh yeah. You're a person of color, Ed. Nobody's gonna say anything.
Yeah, come on, man.
Oh, I'm fucking up.
My last name Rodriguez, bitch.
Let's get a coup going in Africa, baby.
Let's
roll. That's when you would hit the music, bam. You would be like, right? Because
Yeah,
we go like, let's return.
No, man.
Let's return to this earlier joke. Bam, hit a button on it. Boom.
And we're out.
Yeah, that's next time. Edit. We'll just edit. He should edit it. Right
We're just gonna edit. We're just gonna edit him out the whole episode.
That's true.
Just turn his mic off.
Nice. We good?
We're good, man. Let's get out of here.
Chuck, you good?
I'm always good.
All right. How many people we got left in the live chat?
34 people.
People are as we're rounding up. People are starting to.
If you go, please, guys, go. We have the pre-order up for our new T-shirt.
Oh yeah, let me post that.
Go
in the live
get that.
chat
$25. That's for the shipping. All I got to pay is extras like $2 for like the taxes. We can't control that, so we go. The sizes go all the way up to 5X for you super husky boys.
2 weeks.
You super chunkers.
2 weeks from today. So when we
2 weeks
when we end the show next Tuesday, not next Tuesday, but in 2 Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna yank it from there. So you got 14 days.
You got 2 weeks. Go pre-order. We love you guys. Patreon.com/Riotsquadcast. Go sign up. $5 minimum. You help us out. You support us. We're a couple people away from our goal of 40 people to raffle off the community kit, the authentic community kit that we have here. Go sign up for that. You can go find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, youtube.com/Riotsquadcast. Please subscribe. We're trying to get to 500.
Mm-hmm.
Send us an email, riotsquadcast@gmail.com. Voicemails, 562-641-5277. 562-641-5277. Leave us a voicemail after the games. Keep it to under a minute. We want to hear from you guys, especially after these LFC games. They're always pretty fun to hear your ramblings and your drunkenness.
And we always enjoy a good iTunes review. We'll take a review on any service you use, but particularly if you're an iPhone user, an Apple user.
Last I checked, we're at 136.
Hey,
136 reviews.
Got to get at least 2 more.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you would be so kind to go ahead and slide and give us a nice 5-star review on iTunes in particular, we would really appreciate that.
And even if you don't like us, give us 5 stars.
Give us 5 stars. You don't have to like us.
What does it hurt you if you give us a 5-star?
It's all just to keep on having a good time. If you have friends who like the Galaxy or are into podcasts, feel free to toss out some more recommendations. We got to pimp this thing.
Sharon is Karen, baby.
Sharon is Karen.
LA is our house. Straight from the stands. Corner of the Galaxy.
Simply Soccer.
Community. La Hora Galactica.
Boom.
G30. You have Nag News.
There's a billion.
You have
El Trafico. How did I not fucking shoot my boy out? Mike Gray is back.
ElTrafico.com. Go search it. There's so much Galaxy independent content out there. Go find it. Go support. Go buy the supporters packages there to help them out. Go support your fellow G's because we're in this together. Fucking G's for life. Fuck the live us. It's us or nothing.
Yeah, keep talking. I got to find this dude's thing because I meant to throw it out. Here we go. El Traffic. So it's ELTRFCO.com. ELTRFCO.com. Mike Gray used to run LA Galaxy Confidential, is back covering the Galaxy and writing about the Galaxy. He is the person who actually coined the term El Trafico, kind of where it started. So if you're into reading about the Galaxy, ELTRFCO.com. El Trafico, our good buddy Mike Gray. Everyone be kind to each other. We will see you on the other end of another El Trafico. Yeah, Ed, nice to see you. Benny, nice to see you.
You can find Ben on Twitter at DT Radio Ben, Old Man Ben 3. You can find Chris at ZeroCool138.
Holy shit! It went again.
He played it again.
I love it.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at EdTheZombie13. You can find the show again, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Go like. If you're on the YouTube, subscribe. That's the best thing you can do for us on YouTube. Share the stuff when we post it. The t-shirt on RiotSquadcast.com/gear or just RiotSquadcast.com. Click on gear. That's where it is for $25. The Patreon, patreon.com/RiotSquadcast.
Let's go!
You guys love us. We love you. We love that 35 of you are with us at 12:30 in the morning.
The entire back catalog is available on Patreon. If you sign up today, you get, I think it's 19. You get 19 additional bonus episodes, not necessarily about the Galaxy things we talk about. We do have some Galaxy historical deep dives, which we're going to start. Not even start. I would say we're well into now, pushing more in that direction. Yeah, man, fucking get involved. Have fun. It's a beautiful time to get involved in a greater Galaxy Twitterverse and conversation.
Deep dive. Just it's all there for you guys. If you want it, it's there.
You think about our early days. I would have not to blow this shit up too much, but you think about our early days, would have killed for some shit like this.
That's why we started it, right?
Killed for it. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. We love you. Be safe. Take care of each other.
Be nice.
We'll see you guys on the weekend. We'll talk to you guys next week.
And again, I just want to thank everybody for the love. It means a lot to me and my wife. If you're religious, if you're not, just prayers, kind thoughts, words, just send them our way. She's going back in the hospital tomorrow for a procedure, but should just be an in and out. But any good thoughts, prayers, we appreciate it, man.
Big ups to you guys. We're praying for you guys.
Much love.
Giving you guys the good vibes. Take care of each other. Hug your family. Be well to each other. Except for levels, you can.
So close.
We love you guys. Take it easy. We'll talk to you guys next week.
Up the Milos.
Bye.
Fuck you, Brian.
I'm standing up, you assholes.